whatever it's going to take to win this game, whether it's just holding on right at the end or being able to figure out, how to get some baskets down the stretch and continue to play, tough defense. So I thought that our defense was a little lackadaisical at times, and we did not do a very good job of finding their hot hands. So if we would have, done a better job of taking that away, I thought that the score would have been a little bit larger. But overall, it was nice to see that we could get back in the win. Get back in the win column and find a way to get it done.
I thought you had to probably like the fact that your team got a lot of high percentage shots in that first half in particular. I think I was looking back, I think probably your first 30 points, first 15 field goals were all around the basket.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about watching it, too, is you kind of, when you go back and watch film, you understand a little bit more about how the game went and the flow of the game and everything, because in the moment on the floor coaching, you don't really, that's not one thing that you're kind of really focused on. So it's a lot harder to kind of understand that part. So when you're watching it from the couch, it is a lot easier to see, we are getting really good looks, and we have gotten good looks, for the last 6 possessions in a row. With that, we've taken every shot or every make has came inside the lane for the first half or however long it was, because I don't think that we made a 3 there in the first half, and everything that we did make was right inside the lane. So I thought our shot selection was really good, and we did a good job of forcing the issue down low with our height and being able to take it to them.
Once again, it is Coach Justin Froh here pregame tonight. Scott City takes on Hoxie, a very good Hoxie team. I think they're ranked number 3 last check in Class 2A. They kind of had to pull away a little bit on Friday night against Wallace County, but you take a look at this team. They're a team that's kind of similar to what you've faced recently. Love to shoot the 3 ball.
Yeah, yeah, they got some good athletes. They got some good size, and they love to shoot the 3 ball. They're going to be very physical in your face for the entire game. Right from the tip, any made basket, they're going to be up pressing straight man with any run and jump opportunities that they get. And then they're going to be, like I said, they're going to be in their lap the entire game. They're going to be very aggressive. They're going to be very physical. They're going to be very handsy. And it's going to be one of those games that if the refs don't call it, then they're just going to continue to be right up there in your shorts. So we're going to be ready for that from the get-go. We're going to be able to adjust pressure-wise on what the refs are calling, and then we're going to have to be able to make sure that we settle in and handle the pressure, and then be able to get into our offense and actually work the ball on the offense and not turn it over before we can even get the opportunity to get to the offensive side and work our offense.
Well, defensively, your length that you guys have kind of match up pretty well with Hoxie's. You have to like that as kind of an equalizer in a smaller setting.
Well, yeah, I think that we match up pretty well with a lot of teams just in terms of the height that we have and the size that we have. And, it's going to be in a smaller gym here, so everything's going to seem like it's going to be easy, a little easier, a little harder, whichever way you look at it. But, we should do a pretty good job in terms of being able to stretch the floor. And then on the defensive side, we should be able to pack the paint and make them score over top of us. So it's going to be a pretty even match that we have on both sides, and we're just going to have to make sure that we do the little things right, so that way we can put ourselves in a position late in the game to be in it.
All right, should be a good one here. Girls game, Hoxie and Scott City. Once again, Coach Justin Froh joining me here. Coach, thank you for the time, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver Coach Justin Froh. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Ian Bertabins and Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
First time in 30 years they'll be meeting up on the hardwoods, I mentioned in the earlier part of the pregame. And last time these two teams met up on the girls' side was back in 1996, February 2nd, and it was a 61-57 win for the Hoxie Lady Indians in Scott City, and Hoxie led that one most of the way. Well, leading the way for Scott City that night was Heather Groover. She had 25 points. Bianca Spangler had a couple threes, added 12 in that game, and that was the last time they met up. And in 1995 or 96, 95 was the last time they played in this building. Hoxie won that one 74-65. They were led those last couple of years there, that moment, by Willie Schaefer. He's a longtime head coach here at Hoxie. He helped lead them in a 93 state title. In fact, last time Scott City Lady Beavers have won in this series was back in 1991. They won here in this building 66-55. The series is tied the last, or for what I could find, 10-10 in the series. Hoxie has won last 5 in the series and 7 of the last 8. As we take a look at a few decades later here, Lady Beavers got back to their winning ways, really had a brutal stretch with Goodland, Colby, Huguenin, and Holcomb. A good Goodland team that's right now sitting third in the Larned standings coming into tonight at 15-4. They also had Colby, who's right around 500. They're 10-8. They have a very tough matchup in Hayes tonight against TMP. And then, of course, Huguenin, who's probably playing their best basketball right now. And then Holcomb, who's sitting at the top of the regional standings at 16-2. Those are their losses for Scott City along the way. So that was a big win. They needed one against Ulysses. Yeah, Lady Tigers are 3-16, but they're getting a little better there as the season has worn on here. But Scott City was able to withstand it. Anytime you kind of snap a losing streak like the Lady Beavers did and had struggled like they did and find a way to win, that's big. It doesn't matter how it looks in the end. A win's a win. The Lady Beavers were able to get it with their post-production the other night with Piper Fox tied a career-high 21 points, grabbed 8 boards. Lily Leitner set a career high, which she had against the Ulysses Lady Tigers in the first meeting. At 14 points, she also grabbed 8 rebounds. And Peyton Gentry added 10. But Scott City averages 43 points a ball game, and it'll be interesting how Scott City matches up with Hoxie. I feel like size-wise, length-wise, they do match up with them pretty well here tonight here against a pretty good Hoxie team from the MCL. And on the other side, Hoxie, they're coached by Jake Moss. He's in his first season. You'll hear that name a lot because he'll be the head coach in the boys as well for Hoxie in the second game of our doubleheader here tonight. This is a team that has been dominant this year. They're 6-0 here at home, 6-0 in the MCL. They have won 3 in a row. Their lone loss came 10 days ago against the Quinter Lady Bulldogs on the road. A pretty good team in 1A Division I, 54-49 they were kind of in a dogfight for most of the ball game on Friday night here in this gymnasium against Walls County. They were tied at about mid to late third quarter, but then they had the 3-ball rolling in the late in the third and into the fourth quarter, and that got things going, and they never looked back in a 55-43 victory. They were led by Avery Mock with 12 points on Friday night. She's a senior, and she is a pretty good guard out high for the Lady Indians, a team that can put up some points. They average just under 63 points a game and shoot the ball pretty well at 42%. And they also force 21 steals a game, and in a smaller gym like this, that's advantage defense for sure. Not at tighter quarters, and of course the restraining line. So that's kind of the situation here. This is a team that's been pretty solid all season. And they've had some pretty big wins over Oakley, Smith Center. Also early in the year, Pratt Skyline beat them pretty big. They've beaten Oakley twice, actually. Beat a pretty good Hodgman County team. And they beat Colby by 12. And they've beaten TMP, who's a pretty decent team as well, in a Class 2A. So when they were going to get to the introduction of the starters here, let's go ahead and move forward with that here as the teams are headed to their benches to get things going here. And for, well, let's see here. Actually, let's go ahead and take a timeout. We're going to take a 90-second break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
All right, we're back here inside Hoxie High School here. Scott City has 2 games this week here tonight. It is Indian Week because they get the Hoxie Indians tonight. Tomorrow night, the Larned Indians come to town to Scott City. Let's meet your starters here tonight. First for the Scott City Lady Beavers, Justin Frone, his second season, assisted by Trisha Good and Matt Fox. It'll be Peyton Gentry, the 5'9" junior, averaging 11 points and 5 boards a game. Piper Fox, the 6' senior, averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds a game. Chris Irvin, the 5'6" senior, featured DC3 softball player, 6 points and 3.3 boards a contest. Lily Leitner, a 5'10" junior, averaging 6.6 points and 4.8 rebounds. And Kaylee Felker, the 5'6" senior, at 3.8 points and 2.3 rebounds a game. Peyton Gentry, Piper Fox, Chris Irvin, Lily Leitner, and Kaylee Felker. For the Hoxie Lady Indians, coached by Jake Moss in his first season, assisted by Danny Pratt. She was a great player here for Hoxie. She actually graduated 20 years ago, helped them to the state finals. And they'll start off every mock. She is a senior, averaging 9.8 points and 2.6 assists per ball game. The junior Evie Shippers at 13 points and 3.8 rebounds a game. Kendall Ballman, a junior, 11 points, 7.8 rebounds a game. And she's going to be providing a lot of height underneath there for Hoxie, about 6 foot or 6'1". Carly Cooper, she's a junior, at 6.8 points and 3.4 rebounds. And Allie Gorley, the senior, 11 points and 3.6 boards a game. Every mock, Evie Shippers, Kendall Ballman, Carly Cooper, and Allie Gorley. That's your starters for the Hoxie Lady Indians tonight, coached by Jake Moss in his first season. As we head to our keys of the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, we go to the proven winner. And it comes to insurance, they score big with the policyholders. Keys tonight for Scott City. First key is they got to play loose. Just play relaxed, play loose. Second key for the Lady Beavers tonight, don't let the game confine you. It's the tight quarters in the gym. Not only the pressure of Hoxie that they're going to present, but don't let everything confine you. Third key own the glass. That's going to be big here tonight. Those are your keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Scott City tonight is wearing the home navy blue, or the road navy blue tops with the lighter blue numbers and white trim. Hoxie in the home white uniforms. They have the red numbers and letters and the black trim. It'll be Piper Fox, Kendall Ballman to tip center. Fox stands around 6 foot, Ballman around 6'1", 6'2". As official tips it, throws it up, and Scott City wins the tap as we're underway as they move from right to left as I sit courtside here inside Hoxie High School. Into Piper Fox, ball deflected, picked back up. She's double teamed, finds a cutting Lily Leitner. Oh, she's going to be called for the travel. She kind of hit the deck and bowled over Carly Cooper. Scott City, they're going to have to cut those turnovers down. That's been an issue recent games. They had 20 on Friday night against Ulysses. That's their first one, right at their season average. Hoxie with their first possession. Scott City opens up in a zone, right corner to Shippers. 25 seconds in, no shot clock, and the ball is deflected out. Last touch by Scott City. It'll be Hoxie ball. 28 seconds to the game. As I mentioned, just the fourth game this year, Scott City will not have a shot clock. Of course, they'll not have that at the Sterling tournament. But that'll be good to get used to anyway with postseason on the horizon. Shippers with it up top, goes with the bounce pass. Now left corner wide open. Here is Avery Mock for three. Bounces off. Two Lady Indians underneath. It's Allie Gorley who grabs the offensive board, and Hoxie will reset. Now they go left corner with it. Almost firing the three was Cooper. She'll drive the left baseline, cut off. Now double team, finds it out left to Avery Mock. Mock kicks it over right side to Shippers. Shippers with it, skips it left side. Ball deflected by Felker, and it's still loose on the floor. And who's going to pick it up? It'll be a tie-up with 7:02 to go first quarter. Hoxie maintains possession. Lady Indians to inbound underneath their own basket, no score. This is still Hoxie's first possession of the ball game. They have attempted one shot but got the offensive board. They have it in the left corner to Avery Mock. Now in the left block, Garden Leitner was Ballman in the right corner. Three for Shippers, a little strong that time. The backside board to Kaylee Felker for Scott City. Here comes Scott City in transition. Peyton Gentry to push it across. And now weaves her way around to Lily Leitner. Jumper off the left. No. Rebound. Irvin rips it away for Scott City. An offensive board. And now Piper Fox from 15, too strong. Rebound loose underneath, and it's going to be tracked down by Shippers for Hoxie. Still scoreless here, as the Lady Beavers had a couple of opportunities that time as well. 6:28 to work, first period. And it goes to Shippers, left side. Here's a three for Carly Cooper. Too strong. Correction, that was Gorley. And the rebound underneath to Chris Irvin, who has her second board early going. Hoxie, they love to shoot the three ball. Ball deflected. That'll be last touch by Hoxie. Is stepping out of bounds was Kendall Ballman. But it'll remain Scott City ball. 6:13 here in the scoreless first quarter here from Hoxie High School. Inbound into Fox, loses it. And that's going to be an interesting call there. I think they're going to say went off the back of Cooper. It'll still stay Scott City ball. Couple seconds come off the clock as it'll be Felker to trigger it in. Still looking, does so to Chris Irvin out high left. She'll be guarded by Shippers. Hoxie, it's like they're in a man-to-man defense. Felker out high up top to Lily Leitner, straight away into Fox. Lobs it into her power dribble, goes to her left, puts it up, and spins off. Had a good look that time. Shippers gets tied up, and it's going to stay on Scott City's end with 5:58 to go first quarter. That was a good look for Fox. Just couldn't quite finish it as it just snuck off the rim. Lady Beavers keep possession of the ball. There, no score still. Felker to inbound it here. And Scott City get used to that restraining line. Felker looking to inbound it in. Finds it up top to Chris Irvin. Irvin surveys. One dribble now into Fox just inside the foul line. Out high to Kaylee Felker. She'll try a three. We've got a whistle and a pushing foul underneath on Scott City after the Felker three. That'll be the ball game's first foul. They're going to get a push on, or correction, that'll be on Hoxie. That'll be on Evie Shippers, her first. So it'll stay. Lady Beaver ball. Leitner exits in. Is going to be Valeria Castillo, the 5'5 senior. She had a three-pointer against Ulysses on Friday night. 5:51 first quarter, still no score. And it goes to Peyton Gentry. A catch and shoot three off the inbounds, too strong or short. Rebound Kendall Ballman, and then Hoxie with an unforced error, their first turnover of the night. Scott City 0 of 5 shooting. Hoxie 0 of 3. Hoxie's attempted nothing but threes here in this first quarter. Lady Beavers with a couple threes and 3 twos. Castillo inbounds to the backcourt to Peyton Gentry. Gentry will take it across the 10-second line, guarded by Carly Cooper. Now finds elbow right to Kaylee Felker. Give and go to Peyton Gentry at baseline jumper. No. Rebound fought for it and into the hands of Carly Cooper for Hoxie. So Scott City cannot by a basket here. 5.5 to go first quarter. We're still scoreless. Right side, Cooper, she'll dribble it up top, then hands it off to her left to Shippers. Goes around high left to Allie Gorley. Left corner, here's a three launched, and that is going to be too strong. Rebound backside that was put up by Avery Mock, but the backside by Allie Gorley. Her second board, and another opportunity for Hoxie. In the paint it goes. Here's Ballman. Turnaround, splits the defenders, can't get it, but she'll get 2 free throws with 5:10 to go first quarter. The foul will be charged to Kaylee Felker. That'll be her first. Scott City's second team foul. And we got 2 free throws for Bowman, the junior. She's 67% on the year. As a team, Hoxie is right at 67%. First of 2 charity shots is good, and it's 1-0 Hoxie. 5:10 to go first quarter. Pretty warm gym in here. That's going to be the case here when it was about 80 degrees today. And it'll feel like more closer to winter tomorrow. Bowman hits them both. 2-0 Hoxie lead. Scott City will inbound it as man-to-man full court pressure. That's what Hoxie loves to do, especially after scores. And now Urban looking to bring it across. Approaching 5 to go first quarter. Gets it across to Valeria Castile. Castile holds it, puts it on the floor a couple times. Finds Peyton Gentry right side now to Kaylee Felker. Trying to feed it in, then she gets the ball knocked out of bounds. 4:54 to go first quarter. Scott City's ball down 2-0. Hoxie 0 of 4 from the floor. Scott City 0 of 6. Castile to trigger it in. Now in the corner to Kaylee Felker. Surveys high right. They're working around the perimeter. Up top to Irvin. Left wing to Peyton Gentry. Gentry guarded by Allie Gorley. Now up top, here's a screen for Felker. She'll try a 3 off to the left. Still looking for her second 3 of the year. And here's Hoxie back the other way in the hands of Carly Cooper. Still it's 2-0 Hoxie. 4.5 to go first quarter. Driving in, the runner is off to the right for Avery Mock, but the rebound and putback is good for Kendall Ballman. She has 4 points and 2 rebounds, and Hoxie leads at 4-0. 4:24 to go first quarter of play. Lady Indians with the first 4 points of the ball game. Ball fake by Irvin. Puts on the floor once up top to Valeria Castile. She'll try a 3. That is nothing but net. Castile's 8th triple of the year puts Scott City on the board near the midway mark of the first quarter at 4-3. And Scott City needed that shot to go down to get some confidence offensively. They've had some good looks early on, maybe settle them down a bit. Here's the left block to Kendall Ballman. Hoxie works around the right perimeter, and the right corner 3 is knocked down by Evie Shippers. She's 41% from downtown as Hoxie back up by 4. 3:48 to go here in the opening period. And ball knocked out of bounds with 3:45. It's 7-3 Hoxie. Lily Leitner returns to the Scott City lineup. She'll replace Kaylee Felker. So Hoxie's hit their last 2 field goals after starting 0 of 5. Inbound into Peyton Gentry. Hoxie playing some full court pressure. Lead pass down the floor. Here's Piper Fox with it right wing. Stops now, finds Castile. Drives to her left. Oh, she travels with it. And that'll be turnover number 2 on Scott City. Hoxie will bring in their first sub of the night. That's Cameron Gorley. She's a sophomore and shows the depth a little bit that Hoxie has. She averages just under 8 points a game off the bench, and she drained a couple of threes and had 8 points against Wallace County on Friday night in their win. Hoxie leads at 7-3 with the ball back. 3.5 to go first quarter. In the front court left, it's Kendall Ballman, and Evie Shippers loses it, but tracks it back down out high. They're working around the perimeter left. Avery Mock, and now wide open left corner 3, good. Hoxie with back-to-back triples, and they've extended the lead to 10-3. 3:18 to go first quarter. It's a team that shoots 30% from 3. You don't want to let it get them hot, because once they get hot, they're tough to stop out high and a whistle and a reach-in foul out high. That's on Cameron Gorley, her first, and Hoxie second. So Lady Indians have hit their last 3 shots and lead at 10-3 as Payson Campbell in to replace Piper Fox for Scott City. 3:08 here in the opening stanza. Lady Beavers to inbound it down 7, and the pass low, and back-to-back Scott City turnovers. In the front court left, it's Mock. Goes left corner now to Cameron Gorley. Gorley dribbles around the perimeter up top, goes right side over to Evie Shippers. Shippers surveys right corner to Allie Gorley. Entry feed right block to Kendall Ballman. Wrap around, they go out high. Here's the left wing 3 for Mock. That one bounces off. 5 for the rebound, and Hoxie tracks it down in the corner with Allie Gorley. They get around here to Mock. Has it. 2:38 to go first quarter. High-low in to Ballman. Kicks it right side to Shippers for a 3. Bounces off, tipped around, and it's Valeria Castillo who holds it for Scott City. But then they lose it, and a whistle and a foul, and 2 free throws coming up. Scott City with 3 consecutive turnovers. Lady Beavers foul number 2. Make that number 3 of the period. That foul will be on Payson Campbell. First, it is their second, I beg your pardon. Both teams with 2 fouls. 2 free throws coming up here for Gorley. She's 58% at the line and switches home the first. 11-3, 2:28 to go first quarter. Hoxie brings in Macy Juneman, a senior, one of their 3 seniors on their team. Scott City also brings in Fox. Irvin exits. Felker back in as well. Second free throw is good. And Lady Indians are 4 of 4 at the line, and they're on an 8-0 run over the last minute and a half. Lead 12-3, 2:25 to work first stanza. Scott City struggling here shooting. They've had 3 consecutive turnovers and now make it 4 consecutive. Here's a steal out high. Now in the front court with it is Cameron Gorley. Uses up her dribble. 2:15 to work, and he'll get a pushing foul out high. That'll be on Valeria Castile. That'll be a first and Scott City's third of the period. And Coach Justin Froh has seen enough. He wants a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 2:13 to go first quarter. It's Hoxie 12, Scott City 3. Back in a minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Miller Veterinary.
Nextech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed, bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
Hoxie on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes. They lead it 12-3 out of the Scott City timeout. Good timeout by Coach Froh to settle the troops down, and Hoxie throws it away. A little unforced error. The Lady Indians commit turnover number 2. They're a team that can at times turn the ball over quite a bit. They average around 19 a game. Scott City's ball, though, down 9. Felker literally in front of the sideline, but inside the restraining line. It's a little different. But here's Peyton Gentry bringing it across. Under 2 to go first quarter right side. Valeria Castile now to Piper Fox right elbow. Tries to get to her left. Felker puts it on the floor. Tried to drive in. Gets tied up. And that's going to be Scott City's 5th consecutive turnover. And Chris Irvin to return for Castile here with 1:51. Castile has their own points for Scott City on a 3 about 2 minutes ago. Scott City had cut it to 4-3 since then. It's been an 8-0 Hoxie run with the ball back. They've drained 3 threes in this first quarter. Make that 2 threes. At one point, they had 3 shots in a row. They are 4 of 4 at the line. 99 seconds to go first quarter up top. Carly Cooper now goes left with the pass over to Evie Shippers. Shippers drives the foul line, bounce pass right wing to Cameron Gorley. Gorley back up top, it'll go to Carly Cooper. Cooper goes to her left with Allie Gorley. Entry feed in. Here to Juneman, now to Shippers. Drives the right side, takes to the rack, puts it up, stuffed, rebound Kaylee Felker. Good defense by Scott City. Here come the Lady Beavers down the floor, down 9, 1:15 to go first quarter. Now Peyton Gentry loses it. And Lady Indian hits the bench, it looked like. Somebody's pump from Sonic. Must have come a long ways from that one. But anyways, out of bounds. It'll stay Scott City's ball. Back in, it will be Avery Mock. She'll replace Evie Shippers. Final 71 first quarter seconds remaining. 12-3 for Hoxie. Scott City didn't bound it out high with Chris Irvin down the half court. Circle back. It goes to Felker. Bounce pass. Here's Lily Leitner. Drives in. Hang. Shoots. Can't get it as it rimmed halfway in and out, but she'll get 2 free throws. And that'll send Leitner to the line for the first time tonight. A foul will be charged to Carly Cooper, her first. Hoxie team foul number 3. Both teams with 3 fouls in the opening period. Leitner was 2 of 2 at the line. That improved her free throw percentage to 40%. And she swishes that one. 12-4, 1:04 to go first quarter. Castile in for Gentry. Scott City mainly playing a 7-player rotation, as does Hoxie. Second free throw for Leitner. That one bounces off, tracking down the loose ball. It's going to be Leitner in the corner. Nice hustle. Now into Fox. Goes to her right. Gets it tied up. Oh, they're going to call a holding foul instead. That'll be team foul number 4 with exactly a minute to go first period. Final foul to give for Hoxie in the period. That fell on Avery Mock, her first. Scott City inbound underneath their own basket, down 12-4. 60 seconds remaining. Inbound into Fox. Up top it goes to Chris Irvin, now to Valerie Castillo. Nice cut to Fox. Splits the defenders, goes up and draws the foul. And that's back-to-back fouls on Avery Mock and team foul number 5. Fox looking for her first points of the line tonight. The 2 free throws. Oh, correction, they're actually going to get that on Macy Juneman her first, not on Mock. And that free throw, it decides to go in, and it's 12-5. So Juneman exits. Back in is going to be Kendall Ballman, as I mentioned. 55.7 to go in the opening frame. Second free throw, good as well. Scott City with a 3-point trip, and they are back to within 6. Lead pass in the front court left to Cooper. Now underneath it goes to Ballman. May have gotten away with the travel. Scott City does force a steal, and they get a push. That'll be on Ballman. The holding foul, and that'll send Scott City to the foul line. A turnover to foul. A double whammy there. That time Kendall Ballman's first. And Scott City with 2 free throws with 45.4. I believe it'll be Irvin attempting the free throws, looking for her first points of the night. On the year, Irvin, 60%. Scott City coming in as a team tonight, 58%. They were just 12 of 20 the other night at the line. That free throw for Irvin crawls off. Remains 12-6, 45.4 to go opening period. So Scott City now 3 of 5 at the line in this first quarter. Hoxie at 4 of 4. Second free throw for Irvin. That one is good. She's on the board, and it's 12-7. 40 seconds to go. First quarter, Lady Beavers back to within 5. They've scored the last 4 in the last 20 seconds off in the line. Skip pass it over to Cooper. And now right side with it, dribbling out of trouble is Allie Gorley. Now over to Mock. They go play a weave out high with 28 seconds to go. Cooper now up top to Allie Gorley. Gorley goes to her left, drives to the rack, and lays it up too strong on the backside board to Fox, who holds her ground there for Scott City. Good defensive possession for Scott City as they have the ball down 5. 15 seconds to work first quarter at 12-7. Entry feed, here's Leitner, right side to the double team, loses it, but she travels with it as she tried to split the double team, but that gap closed in a hurry. Turnover number 7 on Scott City. With 9.5 seconds to go first quarter. That's another thing I guess I could have said in my key for Scott City. Don't get sped up. That's a big key there. Here we go. 8 seconds, 7 with it. Allie Gorley up top, right side. Goes to Cooper. Now around here's Avery Mock. Launches a 3 and misses it too strong with a rebound. Put back. Goes over the backboard. We're going to have 2 free throws as the first quarter came to an end. That'll be Cameron Gorley who will head to the line. Kaylee Felker fouls for the second time. Off the fight for the rebound. We're going to have the cheerleaders and band got a little too excited for the first quarter. They didn't realize Gorley has 2 free throws coming up here. And she is 2 already at the line. 12-7 Hoxie, and stays that way. She misses her first. Second one coming up here. Gorley 58% at the line as a sophomore. Averages just under 8 a game off the bench, and she gets 1 out of 2. And it's 13-7 Hoxie. 8 minutes in the books. Back in a minute for the second quarter of play. This is Beaver basketball.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Binns and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
There's some reason we're all here. To create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
Already started the second quarter. Scott City's ball down 13-7. Peyton Gentry with it now to Chris Irvin. Scott City shot 1 of 8 from the field in that first quarter. Peyton Gentry with it up high. The Lady Beavers were 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Hoxie was 5 of 6 and 3 of 10 from the field. They had 2 threes out of those 3 field goals. Up top of the Valeria Castillo into Fox. Catches it, goes to her right. She'll lay it up and score it. Fox with 4, and Scott City back to within 13-9, 30 seconds into this second quarter. And a good offensive set as they set up in a 2-3 zone defensively. Shippers drives in, draws a reach and push. That'll be team foul number 1 on Scott City in this period. That'll be on Valeria Castillo. Now Scott City with some foul trouble, with Castillo with 2 and Kaylee Felker with 2 fouls. Hoxie to inbound it in. Up top it'll go now to Allie Gorley. Shippers will drive in, splits the defenders and lays it up and scores it. 15-9, 7:15 to go first half of play. Kaylee Felker races back the other way. She misses a layup wide left. Kendall Ballman with her 3rd rebound. Hoxie owned the last 9 to 7 in that first quarter. Now turning down the 3. Gorley drives in, layup blocked, but they're going to get a foul. And that'll be the first on Irvin and team foul number 2 on Scott City Orion in the first minute of the second period. Chris Irvin, as I mentioned, with her first. Gorley to the line. That's Allie Gorley, the senior. She has 3 points. Hoxie led now by Evie Shippers with 5. Scott City led by Piper Fox with 4. Gorley at 65% on the air. First to 2 free throws. Bounces off. 7:01 to go second quarter. It's Hoxie 15, Scott City 9. Felker exits as Lily Leitner returns. Second free throw attempt for the senior. Fires this one, and it's short. Rebound, Piper Fox picks up her second rebound. And the Lady Beavers down 6 with the basketball. 6:55 to go first half. Lob it, lead pass to Valeria Castillo. Now a little too high for Kaylee Felker. Right idea, not good execution. Turnover number 8. Evie Shippers will take it in the front court for Hoxie. She'll go to her left, and now up top off a deflection, Avery Mock goes right wing to Allie Gorley. Gorley back up top to Mock, left side to Shippers. Will fire the 3, and she'll clank that one up, but the rebound trickles out high to Avery Mock, and Hoxie resets. Entry feed, right side to Bowman. Now in the corner, another 3 is launched, and that one bounces off a couple of times, but Hoxie grabs the rebound. Gorley got it, and a third opportunity for the Lady Indians. Underneath, here's a shot, banked in high up the glass for Ballman. She has 6, and it's 17-9, 6:17 to go first half. And Hoxie is back up by 8. They have not trailed in this one. Gentry to take it in the front court, but Lady Beavers giving up way too many opportunities that time for Hoxie on that possession. 2 offensive boards and 3 shot attempts. Now Leitner looking to drive in. We'll kick it back up top to Peyton Gentry. Gentry now into Fox, double team, wrap around to Irvin, turns around, or she gets a foul on Hoxie. That'll be on Evie Shippers, and that is her second. And the team's first of the period as Maggie Heineman enters for the first time. She is a 5'6 junior, and that will be Valeria Castillo. Her and Kaylee Felker each with 2 fouls. Gentry to inbound it in front of the sideline, in between the sideline and restraining line. It's still a little weird, but Aaron Heineman now dumps it over left baseline. Leitner leaves it short. Heineman couldn't get it. It's into the hands of Shippers, who stays out there with her 2 fouls. Scott City down 8, and now saved into play, deflected, tipped around, and Hoxie maintains control now. Lead pass, easy basket for Carly Cooper underneath, and it's 19-9, 5.5 to go first half. Cooper their first basket, and Scott City almost throws it away near half court, and Coach Justin Froh wants a 30-second timeout here. 5:28 to go second quarter. Hoxie with their largest lead of the night at 19-9. Basketball tonight presented here by Winterland Farms, Wilkins Physical Therapy, White's Food Liner, Wheatland Electric, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Vogelmore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, True North Cattle Company, Trophy Wine and Spirits. And Scott City down now 19-9. As we're down to 5:28 to go second quarter. Yeah, and Scott City really having issues all of a sudden with the pressure by Hoxie. They've kind of turned the defensive pressure up a little bit here in the second quarter. Not only is it warm in here, but the defensive heat is cranked up as well. Felker to inbound it in now, the timeout right at half court. Gets it into Peyton Gentry as a defender. Tried to get it, but goes by her now. Gentry, right baseline. Piper Fox, a deep two. Might have been partially blocked, but Heineman underneath gets her shot blocked by Bowman, who grabs her 4th rebound. Lady Beavers really struggling offensively here in this first half. And underneath, shot up, no, but a foul. That might be on Felker, and that's the case. That's her 3rd. With 5:11 to go, second quarter. That'll be team foul number 3 on Scott City. Nope, they're going to get that on Lily Leitner. That's her 1st. So a little bit of a break there for Scott City. 2 free throws for Ballman. She has got 6 points, 2 at the line. That one bounces off. Hoxie's missed their first 3 free throws of this second quarter. They're now 5 of 9 as they bring back in Cameron Gorley, and also in is Emma Schamberger for the first time. She is a junior. Averages about 2 a game. Second free throw, that one rimming in and out. Fight for the rebound. And that's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Scott City. It'll be Hoxie basketball with 5:10 to go. Is right in front of the official, so it's really kind of tough to dispute it whether he thought one way or the other. So he just kind of looked right down at right below him and made the call. Hoxie to inbound it. They get it in right corner to Shippers. Shippers skips it over, ball through the hands of Kendall Ballman, and a turnover. The 3rd turnover on Hoxie. Fox now with it. Lead pass to Kaylee Felker into the front court. 4:58 to go. Felker splits the defenders, goes up and draws the foul. That'll either be on Schamberger or Cooper. They're going to get it on Schamberger. That'll be a first. Felker will head the line as that's team foul number 2 on Hoxie in the period with 4:56 to go, first half. Felker looking for her first points tonight. She is 62% of the line, and that high archer is in, and it's 19-10. For the first 11 minutes of this ball game, Scott City with only 2 field goals. And that one's short. Ball ticked down, and that's last touch by Hoxie. And Scott City wisely just lets it go out of bounds. And they'll maintain possession here with 4:54 to go, first half, as Payson Campbell returns to the Scott City lineup for Lily Leitner. .454 second quarter. Scott City down 9, 19-10 with the basketball. They had it to within, it was 17-7 after, or 13-7, excuse me, after one. There's Campbell with the deep 3 up top, barely draws iron, 5 for the rebound, and it's Hoxie with it. And pushing across is going to be Gorley. So Campbell tried her 3-pointer. Now with it up top, it's Schamberger. They work it over to Shippers, up top to Cameron Gorley. 4.5 to go, second quarter. It's been a 6-3 run for Hoxie. They lead at 19-10, and now 21-10 as Carly Cooper knifes her way to the basket for an easy 2. 21-10, 4:20 to go, first half. Scott City's largest deficit of the night at 11. Trying to bring it across is going to be Chris Irvin. She's into the front court. Loses a bit, tracks it back down. Now up top to Kaylee Felker. Felker with it, uses upper dribble, bounce pass left through Irvin, and Shippers saves it into the backcourt, but Felker will track it down. They say deflected, midway mark second quarter. Felker crossover dribble, almost gets pickpocketed, takes it across the 10-second line, finds Piper Fox, goes to her left, pivots to her right, throws it up, leaves it short. Had a good look, just left it a little short, and Hoxie with another rebound as they bring it across. Gorley now left baseline. Here's Cooper, double team underneath. Here's Ballman underneath, puts it up, can't get it, but she'll draw the foul and get 2 free throws. The foul will be on Piper Fox. That'll be her first. Scott City's 4th of the period. And with 3:38 to go, second quarter, Kendall Ballman heads the line where she is 2 of 4 tonight. Whole set of subs for both teams. 1 for Hoxie, 2 for Scott coming in after this free throw for Ballman. The first one is good. Makes it 22-10. Gentry is in, also Kinley Hickey in for the first time. The 5'3 freshman. Shippers exit for Hoxie as Allie Gorley checked in. So Fox, Campbell, Gentry, Hickey, and Castile. Second free throw rims out. Hits off the backboard on a deflection, and Valeria Castile picks up her first board of the night. So Hickey had missed the last couple of games, now with knee brace on that left knee. Good to see her back out there. 3:25 to go, first half. But Scott City needs to go to work. Only 2 field goals this first half, down 22-10. Up top with it is Kinley Hickey. Needs help to avoid the 5 count. Good job by Peyton Gentry going to the ball now. She'll pull up at the foul line and bake it in and out and back home. Her first points of the night, 22-12, 3:11 to go, second quarter. And Scott City with a much-needed field goal there. That breaks a 4-minute field goal drought. And it goes around right side. Here's a 3. No. Rebound that was put up by Gorley, and the rebound to Piper Fox, who collects her third board of the night. Scott City inch a little closer here with under 3 to go first half. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll still stay with the Lady Beavers as Lily Leitner in for Piper Fox. 22-12 Scott City lead, and back in will be Avery Mock for Hoxie. She'll replace Cameron Gorley. 2:51 to go first half of play. Scott City to inbound it up top to Hickey. Man-to-man defense for Hoxie. They've stayed there pretty much all night. Up top now to Payson Campbell. She'll launch a deep three. She'll be short on that one as it'll go out of bounds. And it'll belong to Hoxie. 2:42 to go first half. Scott City can hit one of those 2 deep shots. That can maybe open some things up inside. Hoxie kind of with a 4 outlook right now. Avery Mock up top goes left with a pass to Allie Gorley. She'll drive right elbow. Now back up top to Carly Cooper. Cooper back to Gorley out high for a 3. It's on target. Too strong. Rebound Kinley Hickey for Scott City. Lady Beavers want to push it here. 2:20 to go first half, down 10. With the Gentry up top to Valeria Castile. Castile now to Gentry. Clears out on Allie Gorley. Swinging the elbows, puts it on the floor, drives right side. Floater up and no, but a foul. That'll be 2 free throws coming up here for Gentry. That'll be team foul number 3 on Hoxie this period. And they're going to get Allie Gorley with their first personal foul. 2 free throws coming up here for Gentry on the year, 66%. And she has the last 3 for Scott City and gets it down to a single-digit game. And is Macy Juneman for Hoxie, Kaylee Felker, Maggie Heineman, Chris Irvin back in for Scott City. Out is Campbell Hickey and Castile. Also Fox back in there as well. So wholesale changes for Scott City. Second free throw rattles in for Gentry, and it's 22-14. So Scott City with a little mini run, back to within 8 as we approach 2 to play here in the first half. Right baseline to Emma Schamberger. Now they work it up top, back to Schamberger corner. Minute 55 work, pivots out high after she used up her dribble. Kendall Ballman now stepping back, firing the 17-footer, rimming off, and the rebound to Peyton Gentry. That was put up by Mock, who's still scoreless. Gentry with her first board. Scott City can inch a little closer here late second quarter. 100 seconds to go up top left wing now to Chris Irvin. Up top to Peyton Gentry. Guarded tightly that time by Allie Gorley. Will try to go around her. She goes around a couple of Lady Indians, puts up the shot, and it's blocked in the corner by Juneman, who grabs the board. Minute 25 to work first half. 8-point Hoxie leading the ball. 22-14 left corner. Here's a 3 for Allie Gorley. Too strong. The rebound fought for, and it's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Scott City to remain Hoxie basketball as Evie Shippers with her 2 fouls returns to the lineup to replace Emma Schamberger. Minute 18, second period of play. Hoxie inbounded up top to Kendall Ballman. Now 3 for Mock, and that is too strong, but the backside board, Gorley with her 5th rebound of the half, and Hoxie with another possession here. And here's a corner 3, too strong, and another backside board for Gorley. That was put up by Mock again, and then ripped away. We're going to get a tie-up. Possession arrow favors Hoxie with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 22-14, Hoxie on a 2.5-minute drought from the field. Inbound in, left side, it goes over to Kendall Ballman. Ballman up top now to Macy Juneman as Hoxie plays a little bit of a taller lineup. Right wing to Allie Gorley, back up top to Evie Shipper, swings it left side to Avery Mock. Mock back up top to Shippers. Now they're working around left side, trying to break down the Scott City zone defense, and Piper Fox pushes Juneman, and that's her second foul, and Scott City is in the penalty with 43.5 seconds. 2 free throws coming up for Juneman, the senior. But Scott City with a lot of foul trouble now. Fox, Castile, and Felker each with 2 fouls. Juneman just 25% at the line this year, but she made me sound foolish as she hits the free throw. 23-14, 43.5 seconds to go first half. Back in for Scott City will be Lily Leitner's. Fox exits with 2 fouls. Juneman, her first point of the night. She's a senior. Stands around 6 foot. Second free throw. Denton's on the back iron and drops home. Back to a 10-point Hoxie lead, 24-14 their first points in 2.5 minutes. 40 seconds to go first half. Irvin dribbles behind the back, gets it across the 10-second line, stops, then gets it to Peyton Gentry, stops the right wing, wanted to fire the three, but quickly guarded by Allie Gorley. 30 seconds to work first half. Kaylee Felker puts it on the floor, drives left, jump stop, shot was partially blocked. He's saving a play by Leitner, and Irvin can't get to it, and it'll belong to the Lady Indians. Is back in. It'll be Evie Shippers. Little offense for defense, and Emma Schamberger exits. 10-point Hoxie lead, ball back for them. 22.4 to go first half at 24-14. I want to say shot clock is off, but I'm still used to having the shot clock. There is no shot clock here in Hoxie. A couple of years they'll have to have it. They'll have it for 2A and 1A in postseason. 10 seconds to go first half. Hoxie playing around the perimeter up top. Scott sitting at kind of 2-3-3-2, and then a deep three left side off to the left. Rebound Lily Leitner with 2 seconds. 1 second Kaylee Felker, and Scott City won't be able to get a shot off, and that closes out your first half. 24-14, Hoxie leads it. They went on an 11 to 7 second quarter run to lead by 10 at intermission. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break and come back with some first half stats and more. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
BBN is sponsored by Circle C Farms, Iron Insurance Partners, David Post, Norder Supply, R Brothers Auto Body and Mechanic, Scott City Eye Center, R6 Ag, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Scooters Coffee, The Cottages at Garden City.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateyoumedspa.com.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses, because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most, because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises,
That's your first half scoring for Scott City. Lady Beavers, they did a much better job of taking care of the basketball in the second quarter. They only had 1 second quarter turnover. They finished with 8.5. They had 11 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive boards, a total of 13 rebounds in the first half. For Hoxie, they were led in that first half 7 for Kendall Ballman, 5 for Evie Shippers. Carly Cooper with 2 baskets and 4 points in that first half. 3 for Allie Gorley on a first quarter 3. And 3 also for Cameron Gorley, all from the free throw line, the 2 sisters there, and 2 free throws for Macy Juneman. For Hoxie, they had just 3 turnovers and 4 steals in that first half. They had a total of 9 fouls. Scott City also had 9 fouls. The Lady Indians felt like they had a lot more rebounds. They had 8 defensive rebounds, 7 offensive boards, 15 rebounds. And those offensive rebounds really were kind of a big part of the first half. Scott City trailing here at the break, 24-14. We'll come back with some more stats here in your Precision Ag and Seed halftime show after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver Basketball.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
East 6th Street in Scott City is once again pleased to be a Booster Club sponsor for the Scott Community High School Beavers and a proud sponsor of Beaver Sports on KSKL. We are looking forward to another exciting and spirit-filled year of sports, academics, and activities in Beaver Nation. Go Big Blue!
Scott County is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. That's why the Scott County Development Committee is here to help local businesses, entrepreneurs, and the community as a whole to grow. There are many different opportunities in Scott City to expand business growth and development. To find out more on what the Scott County Development Committee can do for you, call Nicole at 620-872-3525 Extension 2 or see her at 811 South Main Street in Scott City.
Protect your bottom line with crop insurance from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City and Leota can help you select the right federal crop and crop hail insurance options for your farming operation. Call Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City or Leota today to discuss affordable programs, competitive tools, and resources that can benefit your business. Now that's smarter insurance for agriculture. Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
You spent a lifetime making special memories. Make new memories at the Cottages Senior Care Living in Garden City. The Cottages is a facility that's designed to feel like one's own home. It includes 12 private rooms with private baths and accessible showers, a shared kitchen, dining area, quiet room, reading room, living room, and it even has a salon and outdoor patio. When it's time to make a decision on a simpler life, make the Cottages Senior Care Living in Garden City your new home where they improve lives and exceed expectations. 2002 Labrador Boulevard in Garden City.
All right, back here at halftime, Scott City Lady Beavers trailing by the tally of 24-14 as we take a look at some additional first half stats. Scott City really struggled shooting the ball in the first half, just 3 of 19 for 16%. They were 1 of 6 on threes, 2 of 13 on 2-point baskets. They got to the foul line 10 times, and they hit 7 of those, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, which is a good sign to see. They're doing a good job of getting the line. The bad news is they just can't buy a basket from the field. Hoxie on the other side, they're 7 of 22 from the floor unofficially, 32%, 2 of 13 on threes, 5 of 9 on twos, and 8 of 14 from the free throw line. So both teams shooting a combined 24 free throws here in this opening half. Scott City with some foul trouble. Piper Fox, Valeria Castile, and Kaylee Felker each are 2 fouls. For Hoxie, it's Evie Shippers with 2. She's the only one in foul trouble for Hoxie. Scott City back home tomorrow night. They'll take on the Larned Indians. 6 o'clock for the girls, boys to follow. Hoxie will remain at home. as we'll be back in the Mid-Continent League. They have 4 games left after tonight, all in MCL play. They get the Trigo Golden Eagles here tomorrow night in Hoxie. Scott City with Larned tomorrow night. The Lady Indians, by the way, they're a pretty good team this year. They had a banked-in 3 to stun Heston on their court on Friday night, 51-48. Larned will come in with a 13-5 record. They're sitting in the 7th place spot in the Larned regional standings. Scott City coming into tonight 6-10. Lady Beavers would pretty much have to win out and have Colby maybe lose out to probably have an opportunity to get up to the number 10 seed. There's already 10 teams in the region for Scott City's region at Larned, the sub-states, with already 10 wins. Scott City at 6-10 coming in tonight. A 1-game lead on Norton and 3-game lead in the win column over Cimarron. And it'll be Lady Beaver basketball to begin the third quarter here. They'll have Kaylee Felker, Peyton Gentry, Krista Irvin, Piper Fox, and Lily Leitner. Hoxie will counter with Avery Mock, Evie Shippers, Kendall Ballman, Carly Cooper, and Allie Gorley. Second half officially underway. Scott City's ball with it as Evie Shippers knocks it out, as Gentry tried to get it to Krista Irvin. 7 seconds come off the clock. Hoxie ranked at number 3 in Class 2A. They're tied right now coming into tonight for the number 1 seed in their regional with Ellenwood. Piper Fox gets it poked away from behind on help defense, and it's stolen away by Mock, and she will lay it up, and that's her first point of the night. First 2 points, 26-14, 7:43 to go third quarter. So Scott City commits turnover number 9 right off the bat, and they almost commit turnover, or they do commit turnover number 10. Lead pass to Irvin a little too wide, and Lady Beavers, all of a sudden, it feels like they just continuously have turnovers in bunches, and they've picked up back-to-back to begin this third period. Hoxie with the basketball and a 12-point lead. They've scored the last 4 of this ball game. Right side here, Shippers tees up a 3, too strong. Backside board tipped around, and Leitner cracks it. Oh, she slips on the floor, and Scott City with their 11th turnover. That was a good effort by Leitner, but not a lot of grip on the shoes, I guess, and forces her for turnover number 11. We're still 39 seconds into this second half. It feels like there's been a lot of activity already in this third quarter. Scott City already 3 turnovers, though. And ball deflected, but right to Avery Mock. Back up top left, Carly Cooper. They're working around. And now Ballman skips it over right side. Short corner right to Shippers. Into Ballman, lays it up and scores it. Nice ball movement and execution. 28-14, first minute of this third quarter. And Scott City now finds themselves down 14. They've had problems this year, the last few games in particular, with the openings of the second half. And this history's kind of repeated itself tonight. Leitner with it, drives in, she loses it, and Scott City with their 4th straight turnover to begin this third quarter. With 6:44 to go third quarter, Valeria Castillo, Maggie Heineman return to lineup. Chris Irvin will exit. And it's going to be Kaylee Felker exiting for Scott City. Unfortunately, Lady Beavers can't play with 6 players. That's, I guess, against the rules, they say. So back to the action we go here with 6:40 to go third quarter. Shippers with it up top. Gets a screen as she goes to her right. Bounce pass toward the right corner. Now back to Shippers. Up top, right elbow. Here is Kendall Ballman. Now working over left side. It's going to be Allie Gorley teeing up a 3 off the heel, but a long rebound to Avery Mock, and Hoxie will reset. Mock with it up top. 6:18 to go third quarter, and the pass, a miscommunication behind her. Just the 4th Hoxie turnover tonight with 6:18 here in the third period. 28-14 is your score here for Hoxie. They've led this one the entire way. The 14-point margin is their largest of the game. As Gentry crossover dribble brings it into the front court right. Cut off toward the right baseline, back up top to Valerie Castillo. Into Fox, catches it, goes to her left, lays it up, spins off. Rebound loose, and is picked up by Gorley, her 7th rebound of the night. And transition. Shippers got a block by Gentry that time, and it's hustled by Felker. Leitner, she's double teamed. Works it out, and here's Gentry pushing it right lane line, gets it stripped, and another turnover on Scott City. Avery Mock pulls it back out, 5:40 to go third quarter, 28-14 your score left side. They're working around the perimeter, left corner to Evie Shippers. Shippers looking in, bounces it in, but deflected, and Scott City forces turnover number 5. Peyton Gentry pushes 3 on 2 numbers, stops and pops a right wing 3. It's on target, and it's down. Peyton Gentry, her 13th 3 of the year. She has 7. It's 28-17, 5:24 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers hit their second triple of the night, but find themselves down 11. 2-3 zone for Scott City. With it is Cooper. Now underneath here's Ballman. Goes around right side. Answer back three for Gorley in the corner is good. Every time Scott City's hit a three, Hoxie's answered with a triple. It's 31-17, so we approach 5 minutes to go third quarter. Gorley with her second three and 6 points. Peyton Gentry up top. Valeria Castillo lobs it in. Ball deflected, but picked up by Fox. Now back to Gentry. 4:50 to work third quarter up top to Heineman. Now trying to get it to Fox, and Scott City already with 5 turnovers in this third quarter. Now left corner, here's the head fake. Gorley drives the left baseline, flips it to Ballman, and draws a blocking foul as she hit the deck pretty hard with 4:41 to go third quarter. Team foul number 1 on Scott City. They'll get Lily Leitner with her second. That allows Kaylee Felker and Chris Irvin to return to the Scott City lineup. Lily Leitner and Peyton Gentry exit. 7-3 run in this third quarter for Hoxie. They have their largest lead at 14. Miss in the paint for Ballman. And Heineman picks up her second rebound of the night. Scott City's actually not done a bad job rebounding, especially on the defensive side, but Hoxie's had a lot of second chance opportunities. Low pass to Heineman, picked up though from Castillo. Now back to Castillo. She'll try the deep two on the right baseline and knock it down. She has 5. It's 31-19. 4:18 to go third quarter. Good job by Castillo, and she deflects the pass out of bounds by Mock. It'll still stay Lady Indian basketball at the 4:14 mark of the third stanza. 31-19 your score. Hoxie's lead and the basketball. Shippers with it. Goes over to her right to Carly Cooper around the perimeter. A weave out high now underneath. Ball deflected. A good defense. Scott City's forced 3 turnovers in this third quarter as we're near the midway mark. Down 12. Kaylee Felker. She may have gotten away with the travel. And now to Fox. Catches it. Faces up Ballman. Goes to right to Heineman. Fumbles it. Picks it back up. Gets it stripped out of her hands. Last touch they'll say by Hoxie. It'll be Scott City's ball. Cameron Gorley in for Hoxie. She'll replace every Mock. Kinley Hickey back in for Valeria Castillo with 3:52 to go third quarter. It's Hoxie 31, Scott City 19. Now inbounded in. Here is Kaylee Felker with it, trying to clear out. Bounce pass out high now to Fox at the right elbow. Faces up into Ballman. Now Felker, she'll try a right wing 3. She'll rattle it home. Felker with her second 3 of the year, and it's a 9-point game. 3:35 to go third quarter, and it's 31-22. Lady Beavers have scored 8 of the last 11 points. Hoxie in the front court with it. Every time Scott City's hit a 3 tonight, Hoxie's answered with a 3 of their own. Now right corner, right baseline. Here's Gorley. Ball deflected, but right to Kendall Ballman. Back up top, it'll go to Shippers with 3:20 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers not going anywhere yet, down by 9. They can cut the turnovers down. Shippers splits the defenders and lays it up with the right hand and scores it. She has 7, 33-22, 3:10 to go third quarter. And that'll end the mini 5-0 Scott City run. Felker with it out high. Now hands it off to Irvin as she goes to her right, gets a screen, drives in, right corner to Heineman. She'll step back, launch a triple, too strong. Fox will save it into play, but right to Evie Shippers. And a whistle and a tie-up. It'll be Scott City's basketball. That'll be Hoxie turnover number 7 of the night as Peyton Gentry returns to the Lady Beaver lineup, as does Lily Leitner. Fox and Irvin exit for Scott City. 2 minutes, 53 seconds in the third stanza. 33-22 Hoxie leads Scott City's ball. Felker inbound it in. Will throw it into Gentry. Catches it. Wants to drive in. Does so. Kicks it right corner. Heineman will try another 3. She'll switch that one home. Her second 3 of the year. And Scott City to within 8. 33-25. Timeout Scott City. They've hit 3 threes in this third quarter to get to within 8. 2:44 here in the third. It is just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, but a big 3 for Scott City. Heineman, her first 3 points of the night, her second triple of the year. Basketball presented here by Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, Sharp Shooting Supply, Security State Bank, Scott Pro, Scott County Records, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Abstract and Title Company, and Scott Community Foundation. Let's pause real quickly for station ID. This is Beaver Basketball.
Beaver Basketball.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Adam Canavy with you. Studio engineer Brandon Childers are also on the BBN. Scott City with 3 threes in this third quarter. They're back to within 8, the 2:40 mark. 33-25 your score out of the timeout. Scott City with the trap, and they force a turnover. Into the hands of Kaylee Felker. She'll bring it across left to right for the way to Beavers, down 8. 2.5 to go third quarter. Hoxie staying man-to-man. Right side, here's Peyton Gentry. Around the screen up top with it. Goes to her right. Good help defense by Hoxie. Now to Kaylee Felker. Can't get it in. Back up top to Kinley Hinneke. Ball fake now into Lily Leitner, left elbow. Skips it over right side to Gentry. She'll try a guarded 3. No. Rebound. Irvin couldn't get it. As it's into the hands of Allie Gorley for Hoxie. Had a good look to Gentry. That would have been a big one. Pulled Scott City to within 5. Instead, Hoxie with the ball deflected, but right to Bowman, who has position around Leitner and scores it. She has now 11 in the game, 35-25. Hoxie wants time this time with 2:01 to go third quarter. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Beaver basketball. Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Feed yard of Scott City.
Is it time to change up your ride? Maybe it's time to head to J&R Car and Truck Center in Scott City, where they offer a wide selection of new and used vehicles. Not only do they offer great deals, but they also deliver with unmatched services after the sale. In the back, the service department at J&R Car and Truck Center can take care of all makes and models. So if you're needing a Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality used vehicle, see why J&R Car and Truck Center has been the trusted name in Western Kansas. Make the drive today and save. View their inventory online at jrcarandtruck.com.
Scott City's ball out of the Hoxie timeout. 35-25, 2 minutes to go third quarter. Peyton Gentry has it as she'll take it across the 10-second line. Gets a screen from Kaylee Felker now into Lily Leitner. Drives her left. Hangs, shoots, got it. Her first field goal, she has 3. 35-27. All of a sudden, Scott City heating up a little bit as they apply a little 2-2-1 full court press. Minute 40 to go third quarter. Scott City back to within 8 again. Underneath, wide open behind the defense. Missing it was Cooper. Fight for the rebound. We're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Hoxie's ball on the possession arrow. Good job by Hickey trying to fight with the junior Carly Cooper for the rebound. Oh, we got a foul instead. All right. Did not see that one. Cooper, her second. Team foul number 1 in the third quarter. Both teams only 1 foul in this third quarter. So Scott City ends up with the ball down 8. 35-27, 90 seconds left third quarter. Peyton Gentry takes it across. Survey still with a dribble out high. We'll dribble it over to Felker, now to Gentry right baseline. Looking to drive him. Good defense by Hoxie. Now skips it out high. Heineman will try a 3. It crawls off. Rebound. Bowman rips it away for Hoxie. She has her 5th board of the night. Good look for Heineman up top. A lob pass underneath the shippers and then bounces it out high to Cooper. She'll drive it around Felker. Stuff, but they say she got some body. Much to the displeasure of the Scott City crowd. A tough break for Felker. Boy, it looked all ball, but the officials saw it a little differently. Her 3rd foul on Felker. Team foul number 2 with 1:05 to go third quarter. Just the second, as I mentioned, the quarter. Cooper to line. She's one of their better free throw shooters at 77%. These are the first free throws of this second half. Free throw is good. Whole substitutions here for both teams. 36-27 your score. Scott City back in with Chris Irvin, Piper Fox, Valeria Castillo. Hoxie brings back in Macy Juneman. By the way, TMP and Colby playing right now. TMP with a 3-point lead in the early fourth quarter. Back in is going to be Avery Mock as Cooper exits with 6 points in those free throws. Back to a 10-point game, 37-27. 1:05 to go third quarter. Gentry trying to clear it out as Hoxie applies pressure off the inbounds. Gentry guarded by Cameron Gorley, the sophomore who just returned to lineup. Goes left of the pass to Chris Irvin. Into Fox. Goes to her right. Now Castillo up top to Gentry. Turns down the 3. Pulls up mid-range right side. Rattles out. And the rebound to Cameron Gorley. Had a good look, but couldn't get it to drop in. 45 seconds, third quarter. Scott City down 10. Hoxie with the ball. 37-27. Driving right lane line and now right side. Here's Cameron Gorley. Airballs a 3 right to Piper Fox. Outlets it to Peyton Gentry. Gentry pushes it. Castillo behind the defense. Lays it up. Got it blocked, and the rebound to Hoxie. And whistling a pushing foul. That'll be on Irvin. And hopefully she's okay. Team foul number. Coach Justin Froh thought maybe there was a push on Hoxie, but Castillo may have rushed her shot a little bit as well underneath there. 24 seconds to go, third quarter. Shippers, she's left wide open. This time she shoots a three, rattles in and out, and the rebound to Piper Fox. Scott City down the floor with Irvin. Jump stop, lays it up too strong, got her own rebound, and then gets it loose, tied up. It'll be Hoxie's ball on the possession arrow with 9.5 seconds to go, third quarter. Second time Scott City has beaten Hoxie down the court, but they've gotten a little too far underneath the basket, and that's made the shot a little tougher as Irvin exits with a little gimp there. Hope she's okay. As Maggie Heineman, I believe, yep, it was her that returns to the lineup. Shippers with it with 7, with 6, 5 seconds, 4. Lob it over left. Here's Gorley. Left corner, 2 seconds, 1 second. Gorley fires a deep three, and too strong off the heel. And that's how your third quarter comes to an end. Scott City's fighting. Both teams with 13 third quarter points. It's 37-27 Hoxie after 3. Back in a minute for the fourth. This is Beaver basketball.
For lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumedSpa.com.
Scott City's ball, beg your pardon, to begin the fourth quarter. 37-27 into Fox, goes to her left, pivots, goes to right, and she draws the foul. 9 seconds into the fourth quarter. Fox with 4 points tonight, has 2 free throws coming her way. The foul will be charged to Macy Ginneman, her second. Team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter. Scott City trailing 37-27 as we're back to action. Lady Beavers led tonight by Peyton Gentry, 7. Fox leaves that one just a little short. She has 4 points tonight. Scott City now 7-11 at the line. Hoxie is 10-16 as they're led by Kendall Bauman's 11 points. Allie Gorley has 8 rebounds with her 2 threes and 6 points, and Fox hits that free throw. She has 5, 37-28, 7:51 left. Kid runs across the court there as they're on the Hoxie, and the layup too strong for Gorley, and Scott City grabs the rebound and a tie-up. It'll still be Lady Beaver ball on the possession arrow. Yeah, that's right. It is Hoxie ball, I beg your pardon. First I thought, nope, that was not right, but yeah, it is Hoxie ball in the possession arrow. 7:40 to go. Inbound in. Scott City had tied up that time, and now that's going to be their basketball. And the 9th of the game on Hoxie, 9th turnover that is. 7:39 to go. Lady Beavers seen some full court pressure, down 9. They've once down 14. They got it to within 8 third quarter. Now ball deflected right in front of the student section there, and that's going to be out of bounds. The young Hoxie student section right there with the table front court like their ESPN. They got a little too close to the action that time. Right in their grill there. 7:31 to go. Crossover, Gentry into the front court, goes right with it. Now deflected, but right to Valeria Castile. Talk about being the right place at the right time. Castile with it, looking in, can't find anybody. As they mishandled in a turnover. Here is Evie Shippers with an uncontested layup. She has 9, and it's 39-28 with 7:09 to go. Scott City with their 15th turnover of the night, make it number 16. Tried to save it a play there. Now Shippers with it. Uses upper dribble right corner to Allie Gorley. Now they'll throw it away into the backcourt. That'll be Hoxie's 10th of the night with 6:53 to go. Subs in for Scott City. Kaylee Felker, Lily Leitner, Valeria Castile, and Maggie Heineman exit. Remains an 11-point Hoxie lead. 6:53 remaining at 39-28. First time in 30 years the teams have met up. They were back when both teams were members of the NWKL. Scott City left that year of '96 to join the Mid-States. Hoxie stayed in the NWKL till about 7 years ago. Here's a three for Gentry, left wing off the heel. Leitner crashes the board for Scott City and gets it to Fox. She'll spin, go up, and she draws the foul. She hits the deck hard. Hopefully she's okay there. 2 free throws coming up with 6:34 to go. That foul will be charged to Macy Juneman. That is her third. They say it is a shooting foul. Second team foul on Hoxie in the fourth quarter. Fox back to the line, now has 6, makes it 39-29. Shippers and Juneman exit. Back in is Carly Cooper and also Kendall Ballman. Second charity toss coming up here, and it's soft. Rebound loose, but picked up by Ballman. Her 6th board of the night. Leads it out, and Hoxie had some numbers momentarily. Cooper lost it, but retrieves it. 90 seconds into this fourth quarter, 39-29, Hoxie with the lead on the basketball. Backdoor cut, nice play, and the layup is good. Avery Mock with 4, 41-29, 6:18 to go. Lady Beavers back down by a dozen here. They've not been able to get any closer. 8 in the second half. Ball deflected, and it's going to be almost thrown away as Kendall Bowman unable to retrieve it. It'll stay Lady Beaver ball with 6:07 to go, fourth quarter. After Hoxie kind of had a 6-0 run to close the first half and first part of the second half, they've kind of maintained a pretty decent lead here. And it goes to Leitner, has great position, goes to her left, just left a little strong, all rebounded eventually here by Bowman, and they're going to get Fox with the foul, and she's in disbelief. That's her third with 5:55 to go. Team foul number 1 in the fourth quarter. That was a good move by Leitner, just threw it up a little strong there, and Hoxie to maintain basketball and a 12-point lead. 41-29 is your score. Now go left side over to Cameron Gorley. She'll drive to the foul line with a jump stop, and now to Allie Gorley. Ball thrown away. Hoxie trying to force it in. Turnover. Now Gentry gets pushed from behind by Avery Mock. That'll be Mock's second, and Hoxie with 3 team fouls with 5:36 remaining at 41-29 Hoxie. Colby has tied it up with TMP at 31, 2:15 to go. They're playing in Hayes tonight in the pit. 5.5 to go. Here's Kaylee Felker, drives it in. She gets a strip, and then she commits the turnover and foul. That'll be her 4th. Scott City's really had their turnovers in bunches here, it feels like, tonight. So Felker with her 4th foul with 5:28 to go. That allowed Valeria Castile to return for Felker. Hoxie with the ball up a dozen. They've led by as many as 14. It's been between 8 and 14 points this entire second half. With the left corner, it's Carly Cooper. Cooper goes pass, I should say, not a bounce pass. Now she skips a little bit too far, trying to get it to Gorley. And the Lady Indians with their 12th turnover of the night. 5:16 to go. Their turnovers have kept the game, or kept the Lady Beavers somewhat in the game, but Scott City has made their fair share of errors, and that's kind of allowed Hoxie to maintain the decent enough lead. Right baseline, here's Leitner mid-range. They're way strong on that one, and the backside rebound to Gorley, who's approaching 10 rebounds tonight. The ball deflected by Castile, and out of bounds with 4:59 to go. Heineman in, Irvin out, Hickey in, and Evie Shippers in for Hoxie for Allie Gorley. Out is Lily Leitner for Scott City. 4:59 left. It's 41-29 Hoxie. Is Scott City in a 2-3 zone with it up top as Evie Shippers goes right with the pass to Avery Mock. Up top to Carly Cooper. Cooper puts it on the floor, goes to her left, guarded tightly by Castile. Now left corner to Shippers. Shippers looking to penetrate. Sure, she'll run one up, and nice soft bounce off the glass and rim. She has 11. Second Lady Indian in double figures. Now they match their largest lead at 43-29. 4.5 to go. They've only lost once this year. That was 10 days ago to Quinter. The very next day, they ended up winning the MCL Tournament Championship over Oakley by 8. Gentry goes to her right, cut off up top to Castile. 4:20 to go, fourth quarter, into Piper Fox. She'll drive in, and her layup is no good, but she draws the foul on Kendall Ballman, who said she thought she went straight up, but she kind of walked toward the official. 4th team foul on Hoxie in the fourth quarter. Nope, correction, they're going to get that on Cameron Gorley. That's not on Ballman. That's Gorley's second still, but Fox back to the line. She is 2 of 4 there tonight, and now 2 of in the fourth quarter now 2 of 5. In fact, she has the only points for Scott City in this period. Trying to go 3 of 6 in the fourth quarter, and she does. It's 43-30, 4:17 to go. It's been a 6-3 run for Hoxie through the first 4 minutes of this final period. Cameron Gorley with it now to Shippers, who just got it across with a second to spare. Up top now to Avery Mock, right corner. Shippers left wide open for 3, short. That'll be last touch by, they'll say last touch by Hoxie. It'll be Scott City's ball with exactly 4 minutes to go in the game. 13-point ending lead, 43-30. As Hoxie plays their full court pressure, Castillo to inbound it into Peyton Gentry surveys. Now they back off a little bit. Gentry to take it across the 10-second line, gets a screen from Castillo. And now she gets pushed up top, and that'll send Gentry to the line for 2 free throws. As that's team foul number 5 on Hoxie. That's the third on Carly Cooper with 3:51 left. Gentry with 2 free throws coming up, has 7 points tonight. Her and Piper Fox share the team high. Free throw number 1 is good. It's 43-31 to 3:51 to go. Good news, Scott City getting some points without any time running out the clock. Bad news is they haven't had a field goal in over 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes. They get that one down, and Coach Justin Froh will burn one of his final 2 timeouts. It'll have to be a full. They don't have a 30-second left. With 3:51 to go, I guess we'll just go ahead and keep it right here. It's 43-32. It has to be a full because Scott City does not have any 30s left. Lady Beavers are down to 1 timeout. Hoxie has 2 fulls and 2 30s. Possession arrow favors the Lady Indians. I guess they'll just keep it as a 30 anyway to keep things moving. And keep things on schedule. They played just 2 quarters of JV boys and JV girls preceding this varsity doubleheader. 43-32, 3:51 left. Scott City back to within 11. At times, the turnover's an issue tonight for Scott City. First quarter, really, or most of that first half, pretty much the field goals just wouldn't drop for them. 3:40 left. They work it up top. And now in the paint to Ballman. Turnout shot is good. Ballman with 13. 45-32, 3:26 to go. And layup on the other end is good for Castillo and 1. 45-34. That foul was on Ballman, her second. So Castillo gets Scott City back to 11 and 3:18 to go. 45-34. Her first trip to the line, Castillo was 7 tonight. And a little strong on that one. She was 67% on the air and tries to get a tie-up. It'll be Hoxie ball, though, on the possession arrow. .3:14 left. Hoxie with it back the other way. Ball knocked out by Kaylee Felker. Oh, no, they'll say last touch by Hoxie. Scott City will take it, the 13th turnover of the night. Apologize, they had a little technical issues. Castillo had a basket but missed the free throw. And it's 45-34 as we approach 3 minutes to go. Irvin with it out high. Bounce pass to Castillo. Goes right side. Now up top to Peyton Gentry. Goes left to Kaylee Felker. Surveys. She'll drive left side. Drive underneath. Wrap around to Irvin with the right wing 3. The rainbow shot short. Gentry had it underneath. Does so. Puts it up and banks it home. She has 11 and it's a 9-point game. But 2:45 to go. 45-36. These Lady Beavers are fighting here tonight. Cooper turns down the left corner 3. And now bounces it over left side to Evie Shippers. With 2.5 to go. Scott City back to within 9. She'll drive in, will lay it up, but she gets fouled and she'll get 2 free throws. A foul will be charged to Peyton Gentry, just her first. Team foul number 3 in the period on Scott City. 2 free throws for Shippers. Her first trip to the line tonight, she has 11. She is a 54% free throw shooter on the year. First tripped the line in the fourth quarter for Hoxie. They're now 10 of 17 after that one is too strong. Maine's 45-36 Indians. Number 3 ranked team in 2A. I think Scott City, other than the turnovers, has to feel pretty happy about how they've played this team tonight. Shippers hits 1 out of 2, 46-36, 2:29 to go. Our team that is averaging 62 points a game, but they haven't had the scoring as of late. They've been in the 40s and 50s, but still. And now a foul on Shippers. That's her third with 2:21 to go, and that did not make Coach Jake Moss of Hoxie very happy. That sends Fox to the line, and Scott City with some opportunities now to score some points without any time running off the clock. She is 3 of 6. Scott City 5 of 9 in this fourth quarter at the line. And make it 5 of 10. That first one bounces off. Cameron Gorley in for Shippers with 2:21 to go. It's 45-36, or 46-36, excuse me, Hoxie. Shippers exits with her 12 points. And Fox missed them both on the rebound to Kendall Ballman. Lady Indians with a 10-point lead in the ball at 2:18 to go. 46-36 your score. Up top with it, burning some time here, is Carly Cooper. Now goes to Allie Gorley, goes around Felker. She'll take it all the way. Bounce pass underneath. Great position for Ballman, and she'll score it. She has 15, 48-36 as we approach 2 minutes to go. Lead back up to a dozen for Hoxie. Irvin with it. Goes to her right. She may take this one, wrap around to Gentry, somehow gets it. She'll put it up and bank it off. Used a little English on that one. Ballman, 1 rebound away from a double-double. In transition, the layup is good for Avery Mock. She has all 6 of her points in the second half. It's now 50-36 with 99 seconds to go. Here in this one, a quick 5-0 run for Hoxie, and they've hit the 50-point mark. Into Fox, drives to her left, splits the defenders, leaves it to the right. That was altered because of Ballman. And a whistle and a foul. That'll be the 4th team foul on Scott City, and that'll be the 4th foul as well on Piper Fox. As Scott City will sub in Maggie Heineman for Kaylee Felker with 1:28 to go. Team foul number 4 on Scott City. It's 50-36 Hoxie. Lady Indians have got a little bit extra cushion here. Scott City has not given up in this one, but finds themselves down 14 with 1:20 to go. Gorley in the front court, drives in, bounce pass to Ballman. She has been money in this fourth quarter, and she has 17. 52-36, 1:14 to go. And Hoxie on a 7-0 run over the last minute have opened this game up to 16. With it, here's Irvin, drives in, pulls up at the foul line, might have been partially blocked, rebound swatted out high, and it's to Avery Mock for Hoxie. 55 seconds to go in this one. It's a 16-point Hoxie lead as they pull it out. 52-36. Scott, you don't need to foul your Scott City. Gentry does, though, and that's her second. And it's bonus time for Hoxie as Avery Mock with 2 free throws coming up. She is at 48% on the year at the line. Hoxie's a team tonight, 11 of 18, leading it by 16 with 50 seconds to go. Boyd's game to follow. First, a free throw is good, 53-36. She has all of her points in the fourth quarter, or second half for Mock. She averages just under 10 a ball game. But Ballman, who averages 11 and 8 a contest, leads in with 17, and it's now 54-36. This has ballooned up to an 18-point game, a 9-0 run for Hoxie in the last 90 seconds. 45 seconds to go. Lady Beavers are going to drop to 6 and 11 on the air, and another turnover. Lead pass, 2-on-1 numbers, a little bit too far, but wisely Cameron Gorley pulls it back out. And we got a double dribble first. And that'll be turnover number 13 with 35 seconds to go. Hoxie will go to 18-1 on the year. They'll win their 4th in a row. Peyton Gentry clears away, pulls up right baseline, crawls off, and the rebound into the hands of Carly Cooper. 24 seconds left. Scott City, fouls again. Their third. With 20.7 to go. 2 more free throws here. For Scott City, don't need to foul anymore. This game's kind of decided. Hoxie's just trying to pull it out here, but I get the aggressiveness. That'll send Cooper back to the line where she has 6 points tonight. First free throw on the way is good. Makes it 55-36, 20.7 to go. And this game will really, if you see the score, you're going to say, okay, it was a blowout, but really it's been much closer played than what the final's going to indicate. That one rims in and out. Rebound Fox for Scott City, then gets it to Maggie Heineman. So Cooper hits 1 out of 2. She has 7. And Heineman, or Gentry goes up. She gets hammered with 12.7 to go. Gentry trying to add to her 11 points tonight. They're going to get the foul on Allie Gorley, her second. Hoxie's been in the penalty for quite a while here, but it's been a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes for Hoxie, and they've opened it up 55-36 with 12.7 to go. Gentry's first free throw is good, 55-37. But Scott City in this fourth quarter has kind of gotten cold from the floor. Just one field goal in this fourth quarter. Free throw for Gentry's perfect, 55-38. 11 seconds to go. Mocked in the front court. Scott City backs off. As Carly Cooper will dribble this one out. Scott City will fall here tonight, 55-38. A good effort for the Lady Beavers, but cold shooting in the first quarter and fourth quarter and some turnovers in bunches sprinkled in there proved to be too much tonight as Hoxie gets the victory, 55-38. Post-game coverage to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
To go. Hoxie won a 10-0 run to make it 55-36. Two late free throws made it 55-38. But Scott City in the first quarter and fourth quarter, only one free throw for them. That really hurt them tonight. But turnovers, yeah, you could say it did as well. But we got to wrap up their postgame quickly. And they only have 15 minutes of warm-up time, so got to get going here. 13 points tonight for Scott City's Peyton Gentry. 7 each for Valeria Castillo and Piper Fox. 3 tonight for Lily Leitner. And Maggie Heineman hit a 3. 1 tonight from Krista Irvin. That's the scoring for Scott City. Actually, Kaylee Felker added 4 as well for the Lady Beavers. For Hoxie tonight, 17 for the 6'2 junior Kendall Ballman. Also, let's see, 11, make that 12 tonight for the junior Evie Shippers. 7 for Carly Cooper, 6 for Allie Gorley. She had 9 rebounds as well. 8 for Avery Mock on the second half, 2 for Macy Juneman, and 3 for Cameron Gorley. Those two all had their points at the foul line. Hoxie wins the girls' game 55-36. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. We'll come back with the boys' pregame and head coach Brian Gentry back in a minute. This is Beaver Basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
On the farm, every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, and seed shouldn't be one-size-fits-all either. At Circle C Farms, we've partnered with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company serving farmers for 5 generations. With Beck's, you get more than seed. You get commitment rewards, early order, and quantity discounts with flexible, low-rate financing options. Circle C Farms and Beck's, family to family, growing the future together.
Welcome back to Hoxie. Adam Cadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame. And, Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A tough overtime loss to a good Ulysses team on Friday night, 71-66, and a game that was back and forth there, had the lead late. Just they hit a couple big shots. And looking back at that game, what did you see with your team there on Friday night?
I mean, basically, it came down to, just miscommunications as far as ball screen coverages went. Our guards just didn't do, what they've done all year. They had several opportunities, and we did a better job in the second half. But we just, when it counted the most, we kind of fell apart, and that's atypical, I guess, of our team. Usually, have those little breakdowns, and we haven't had them at all. Late in games. Late in games, we've been really solid. So, just kind of unfortunate that we had some miscommunication issues, and Ulysses made us pay for them. Got to bounce back, but we've got to fix our communication, which is early and often. And the more we communicate, that the less likely we are to mess up those situations again.
In Brody's absence there on Friday night there, you had Mickey really have a pretty good performance, 13 points. Thought he did a good job moving around there, and he also dished out a couple assists.
Yeah, he did. Mickey's always going to be a post presence for us. He's got to continue to kind of speed up his ability to move. A lot of times when he gets down there, like they're going to bring 2 guys at him. Not necessarily tonight, but. In most games around our league, they're going to bring 2 guys at him, so he's got to be able to make quicker decisions. But yeah, he really did have a good game for us. I mean, he can score the ball, and if he doesn't score it, he's generally there in the vicinity to get the rebound. So, we need to continue to see him grow and continue to give us what he did Friday night.
Once again, it is Coach Brian Gentry here pregame tonight. Scott City taking on the Hoxie Indians. First time in 30 years Scott City's faced Hoxie, and a team that's been struggling here this year. But, I mean, kind of coming into a game like this tonight, it's really about the team wearing Scott City jerseys.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be all about us as far as what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish. So we need to get out and play our style. We've got to be very very aggressive offensively. They're going to sit back in the 2-3 zone on a very small court, which kind of shrinks the space. So we've got to do a good job of spacing the floor. If we can get into Yancey Walker performances, we'll be great. Or Cody Britton, I guess, as well. So we've got to have guys that are willing to get in there and mix it up and get down low and get downhill, against a 2-3 zone. So we've got guys that are more than capable of knocking down outside shots, but we need somebody to initiate the offense by getting downhill first before we settle and shoot the threes.
Yeah, night one of Indian Week for Scott City as they get Larned tomorrow night at home, but first in front of them, it's Hoxie here on the road. Coach Brian Gentry joining me here pregame. Coach, thank you for the time, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
How about Scott City Beaver coach Brian Gentry? Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
911, what's your emergency?
This is Circle C Farms, and we got a major situation. Farmers are getting more than just high-quality seeds with Beck's hybrids. There are commitment rewards.
Sir, slow down. Is anyone in danger?
Only if they miss out on early order and quantity discounts and flexible low-rate financing options.
Sir, that's not exactly an emergency.
Are you kidding? Around here, that's big news.
Well, sounds like you're not just planting seed, you're planting a future.
Circle C Farms and Beck Seeds. More than seed. It's family and growing your future.
And we welcome you back here to Hoxie High School here for Beaver basketball as the boys taking the court here momentarily. We may get Coach Justin Froh on here to wrap up the girls game. We'll see here what we can do here real quickly here. But anyways, I'll get to that here in a little bit. We're going to Coach Froh up here first here. We'll talk to him here. Lady Beavers fall here tonight 55-38. Well, Coach, I really thought the final score was probably not an indication of really how close the game was played. There was turnovers in the game, I thought, in bunches, but I think you can get some of those shots to drop in the first and fourth quarters. I think this is a much different game.
Yeah, just get a little sped up offensively, and then our shots just don't have good base and balance on them, so then they're very hard to make those shots. And we did a good job I thought, much better job of just attacking and forcing the issue tonight and get to the line. And the offensive side's kind of been a problem all year, but we did a better job of trying to fill that gap with some free throws. And then, we were still aggressive, so that was good to see. Just couldn't dig ourselves out of the hole. That's ongoing issue still. Put yourself in a hole, and, if you don't have a good enough offense, then you're obviously not going to be able to dig yourself out of the hole. But I thought defense, for the most part, was pretty good right until the end there. We switched to man there and then started giving up layups like it was our job. But other than that, it was pretty good, and I thought that we battled really hard, and I thought, for the most part, we handled their pressure pretty well. So that was a good step in the right direction, because that's been a pretty big issue for us. So if we can keep that going for us and then continue to, do the little things offensively, like squaring up to the basket and getting our shoulders turned around before we shoot and making sure our footwork's good and being ready to catch and shoot, so that way when we catch, we don't have to step into our shots. I mean, like, you want to step into your shot, but you don't have to make your footwork be backwards. So it's little things like that. So that way we are shot ready whenever we get the ball, and we don't have to take that extra time and rush everything, and then it's backwards.
What do you kind of think the issue is? It feels like the last few games you guys have kind of struggled kind of coming out of the locker room. What do you think kind of sets you guys back to begin that third quarter?
I think that it's a combination of two things. Obviously, we just looked very gassed, and it looks like we just don't have any stamina. And I think that, for the most part, that's probably one of the biggest ones. We feel like we're just exhausted after playing a tough first half, and then we mentally don't show up for the second half, and then it shows physically as well. And that's kind of usually where it comes from that part. And then, we do get people to kind of chip in, and by that time that we get the energy back up, we wake up a little bit, and then we've got ourselves a 10, 15-point deficit. So, yeah, that's the, coming out of the locker room, that's the speech every time. All right, now, listen, be ready to go now. Whatever you got to do, energy now. So that way we don't have this same problem. But we still just are a little lackadaisical with the ball to come out, and then, the energy is just not there. And then it's lack of communication from there, and then, kind of all just flows into a downward spiral.
It felt like the size underneath at times kind of altered shots for Piper, and also Little Knight kind of threw them off a little bit, and you could just tell that kind of hindered him a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that they did a good job of using their size well, and I thought that, even if they did get the ball, they were aggressive, so that's what we want out of them. We have to have them being aggressive and have to have them ready to go, and then at the same time, you got to be able to play through contact. And I thought, we were trying to look for foul calls more than we were trying to play through the contact, so that was a big part tonight as well.
Well, you turn around and get another game tomorrow night, another Indian squad. It's Larned coming to town.
Yep, going to be another physical game, and, they're going to have some size as well, so we got to turn around and be ready to go, make sure that we recover and take care of our bodies, so that way, energy-wise, we can be ready to go.
All right, well, Coach, thank you for the time. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, shut my mic off instead of his. There we go. Coach Justin Froh joins me here post game as we get ready for the boys pregame here between Scott City and Hoxie, as the teams are getting ready for the starters here momentarily here. Lady Beavers fall tonight 55-38. As we will kind of run in your starting lineups here presented by Security State Bank here. We'll get to hear a little bit for both teams here. For Scott City, be Avery Radke. Starting lineups presented by Security State Bank. Avery Radke, 6-foot senior, averages 12 points and 5.5 rebounds a game. Also for the Beavers tonight, it'll be Drew Metzger, the 6-foot junior, averaging 4.7 points and 3.6 boards a game. And Cooper Irvin, the 5'9 sophomore, averaging 5.4 points and 2.6 assists a game. Get tongue-tied there. Junior Mesa, the 6-foot junior, 14.4 points, 3.3 rebounds a game. And Mickey Gossman coming off a career high on Friday night with 13 points. The 6'4 junior, 6 points and just under 4 boards a game. So once again, it's Avery Radke, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin, Junior Mason, Mickey Gossman. For Hoxie, Jake Moss. He's in his second stint as the boys' head coach. Of course, we heard him as the girls' head coach. He's in his 10th season overall as the boys' head coach. I remember covering his games back when I lived in Oberlin and covered Hoxie in the state tournament in 2007 as a senior. His head coach, by the way, was Aaron Dardis. His assistant coach this year for Hoxie boys is Taylor Rawl. It'll be Davin Wade, a freshman. He averages 9.8 points and 5.5 rebounds a game. Also, it'll be Ty Fenner, a sophomore, 3.4 points and 2 rebounds a game. Jet Mader, a sophomore, and he averages 2.8 points and 4.5 rebounds. Brody Tremblay, he is the only senior on the team. He averages 2.4 points and 3.1 rebounds. And Seaton Scanlon, a junior, 6.9 points and 4.2 boards. Davin Wade, Ty Finner, Jet Mader, Brody Tremblay, and Seaton Scanlon are your starters for Hoxie. Keys of the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys tonight here for Scott City include put this game away early. I think second is take care of business. That's really the only key. Scott City in the road navy blue uniforms, the lighter blue numbers and letters. Hoxie in their home white tops with the red numbers and letters. And it'll be the Beavers winning the tap, and we're underway. They played 2 quarters of JV earlier, and Scott City won that pretty big. Hoxie opens up at a 2-3. It's Junior Mesa with the left corner 3 to start things off too strong. Rebound knocked around, but Drew Metzger handles it, and Scott City, with another possession. Radke with it up top, go left to Mesa. Short corner left to Mickey Gossman. Skips it up top to Avery Radke. He'll launch a 3 this time, and that'll be short. Ball pinballed up top. Radke will save it into play right to Mesa, and Scott City with another opportunity. We've played 35 seconds, no score. Irvin goes left Mesa. Back up top, it'll go to Irvin. Lobs it in to Metzger. Ball deflected in an early Scott City turnover. Hoxie with it. They were tight with Sharon Spring or Wallace County the night before Wallace County pulled away in that second half, and Scott City forces an early turnover. 2-on-1 numbers. Radke will take this one. He'll finger roll layup. Misses it. Ball tipped around. Rebound Radke. Power dribble. He'll go up, and this time it's good. Third time's the charm for Scott City. 2-0 here. Fourth time, I should say. 6:55 to go first quarter. And Scott City with an early 2-0 lead, playing some full court pressure. Wade, a freshman, a very talented athlete. Ball poked away from behind, but picked up by Tremblay into the front court. Goes left to Wade. Crossover dribble, drives left side, hangs, shoots, and banks it home. Davin Wade ties it up at 2. 6:35 to go first half. Here's Scott City back the other way with Radke. Hoxie in a 2-3 zone up top. Irvin back he goes to Radke. Left to Junior Mesa. Puts on the floor around a screen. Goes right side to Cooper Irvin. Right baseline to Mickey Gossman. Gossman with it back now. Irvin gets a screen. Now lobs it into Gossman. Catches it. Pivots. Goes up. He gets hacked, and he'll get 2 free throws. They're going to get that foul, and Davin Wade is first. Ball game's first foul. Gossman has struggled at times at the line this year. Just 2 of 8 as a team. Scott City, 66%. First meeting in 30 years between these two teams. Scott City's won the last 5 in this series, and free throw clanks off. Last meeting was a 66-56 victory back on Groundhog Day of 96 in Scott City. Yancey Walker poured in a 31-point performance. Cody Britton had 10 in that game. Rattled in for Gossman. He gets 1 out of 2. It's 3-2 Beavers. 6:15 to go first quarter. Little history for you there. It's stolen by Radke, but it was right on the baseline. And the official had a straight line down the baseline to make the call. And back it'll stay with Hoxie with 6:12 to go first quarter. Beavers up 3-2 as they trap it in the backcourt. Really ball deflected by Irvin, but picked up by Hoxie. They'll flip it over somehow to Tremblay. Or no, correction, that's Mater. Now front court right, it'll go to Davin Wade. Wade with it, skips it left corner to Tremblay. Back up top, here is Jet Mater. 2 minutes into this ball game, left corner, driving in is Mater. Uses up a dribble, bounce pass, stolen away, almost. Nope, it's loose, and now Gossman with it. Second Hoxie turnover. 3-2 Beaver lead. Metzger, spin move, pangs, bank shot, high off the glass, no. Rebound, Gossman goes up, and he's going to have 2 more free throws coming his way. Scott City with 3 offensive rebounds already in this first quarter. The foul charge to Jet Mater is first. Hoxie with only, I believe, 9 or 10 players suited up. So Gossman with 2 more free throws, and he swishes that one home, and it's 4-2. 5:41 to work first quarter. He was just 2 of 8 coming in, and he's now 4 of 11. And 5 of 12, he's got a streak going, 3 in a row now, 5-2. 5:40 to go first quarter. Scott City with the last 3 points of the ballgame. Wade in the front court right to Ty Fenner. Up top now, here is the big Stanlin over Gossman, no, but right to Cooper Irvin for his first rebound. Scott City pushes it quickly back the other way with Metzger with 5:25 to go in the opening period. Up top, Irvin goes to his left. Hoxie stays in their 2-3 zone. 5-2 Beaver lead. Mesa open for a 3 out high. He gets that one to drop. Mesa knocks down the triple, his 37th of the year, and it's 8-2 with 5:10 to go first quarter. Scott City applying some full court pressure. Scanlon with it into the front court. Right to go to Jet Mater in transition underneath. The reverse layup is too strong that time for Tremblay, and Mesa wrestles away the board. He almost got a triple-double the other night against Ulysses. Now Radke with the right wing 3, you betcha. He has 5, timeout Hoxie. 11-2 Beavers, 4:49 to go here in the opening stanza. It's a full, we'll take a 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
Trust is built one season at a time. From the first seed in the spring to the long days of summer and the final push of harvest, every acre we manage, every partnership we honor, grounded in one simple promise: do what's right for the land and the people who depend on it. VFF. Many families, one farm.
Market, Norder Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Metzger Family Farms, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Jackson Legal Group, and JF Beaver Advertising. It is 11-2 for Scott City here with 4:49 to go in the opening period. Scott City's hit 3 of their first 7 shots. Hoxie's hit 1 of 3. They do have a couple of turnovers. Scott City with the 9-point lead on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Out of the Hoxie timeout, bounce pass in. It goes to Davin Wade. He'll blow by Avery Radke. He'll drive it in all the way. Layup blocked by Gossman, but Wade will get 2 free throws. That'll stop the clock with 4:43 to go first quarter. Team foul number 1 on Scott City. They'll get Gossman with his first. Scott City's first foul, as I mentioned. Wade is 63% free throw shooter. Hoxie's a team this year, 59%. They average just under 38 points a game. Free throw is rimming in and out. Wade has their lone points of the night. Jensen Armknecht, the sophomore, in for the first time. He will replace Ty Finner. This is a team that has 1 senior, 1 junior in their lineup. A couple sophomores and a freshman. Tremblay hits 1 out of 2. He has all 3 of Hoxie's points. That breaks a 9-0 run. 4:40 to work first quarter, 11-3. Scott City leading the ball with it. And then Mickey Gossman catches it, puts it up, and that one drops in for a soft bounce. He has 5, 13-3, 4.5 to go first quarter. As Hoxie sees full court pressure, and Mesa with a steal and a layup right down Broadway. He has 5. It's 15-3, 4:23 to go here in the first quarter. Hoxie's 3rd turnover and make it almost their 4th. And now Hoxie with it left corner. It'll go to Jensen Armknecht. Double team, needs help, and a reach and foul, they'll say, on Drew Metzger. That'll be his first. Scott City's 2nd team foul. 4:09 to work opening period. 15-3 your score. First meeting in 30 years and 7 days between the two schools, and thrown away right into the lap of Mickey Gossman, another Hoxie turnover, their 4th. Radke races it, lobs it deflected, trying to get it to the corner to Metzger, but back up top, it'll go to Cooper Irvin and to Gossman through a double team. His way in, misses it short, and then the rebound goes to Hoxie. In the hands of Brody Tremblay. That's Hoxie's first rebound of the night. They'll lose it out of bounds. They've got 3 consecutive turnovers. The Indians will bring in Cooper Moss, a freshman. Also in there's Evan Farber, a freshman. So Reed Felker in for the first time for Scott City, their first sub of the night. And he will replace Mickey Gossman. Hoxie, as I mentioned, a very, very young team. Only 1 senior, just a couple juniors, and the rest are sophomores and freshmen. And it's tough to play a varsity schedule. The lineup, it's probably just JV. Here's a 3 for Radke. He has it. He has 8. 18-3 with 3.5 to go first quarter. And I don't mean that as a slam. It's just they're behind a little bit on numbers, and they're forced to play a very young lineup. And on the other end here is Evan Farber, puts up a tough shot. He has his first basket, 18-5, 3:17 to go first quarter. Up top to Radke, goes left side to Mesa, turns down the 3. It'll pay dividends from the long run, playing a pretty tough varsity schedule, but right now, the present, it's pretty tough at 3-14 on the year. Irvin out high, he'll try a 3. That is on, but missed it in left corner. Metzger hustles for the rebound, and Scott City gets another crack at it. And to Reed Felker just inside the foul line, swish. His first basket, 20-5, 2:50 to go here in the opening period. The Beavers will apply their full court pressure, and Hoxie will break it here with Tremblay. He'll drive in, goes around Felker, leaves it short, but Felker stood to the trend, did not foul. Then it's stolen and missed by Farber. Layup, no. And the rebound goes to Scott City. Mesa wide open for 3, yes. He has 8, 23-5 with 2:28 to go first quarter. Scott City's forced Hoxie into 5 turnover. Spin move by the young Moss. Now he gets in the front court, and it's saved into play, but Metzger probably got away with a hold on the jersey. And it'll stay with the Indians. The 2:15 to go is in for the first time as Aiden Chirango. Also in is going to be Caston Wren and Ethan Froh for the first time. Out will be Drew Metzger, Junior Mesa, and Cooper Irvin. So Radke stays out there for Scott City, up 23-5. 2:15 to work first quarter. Inbound in, it goes to Brody Tremblay. Back up top to Cooper Moss. Moss with it. Almost stolen away by Froh. It's picked up, though, by Brody Tremblay. Backing his way in on Froh. Bounce pass right side. Driving in. The layup hits this underneath the backboard for Farber, and a whistle and a pushing foul on Scott City after the rebound. They'll get Evan Farber with the foul, his first. Team's third with 2:01 to go. Substitutions in for Hoxie. Nathan Hafner, a sophomore, in. Also, Davin Wade back in the lineup. Scott City with an 18-point lead. Final 2 minutes of this first quarter, 23-5. Here's a three by Radke, leaves it short. Rebound, or ball will bounce out of bounds. And it's Hoxie basketball as they look to inbound. They've almost forced the 5 count, but it's stolen by Radke. Right side to Aiden Trango, back out high to Radke. Now here's Ethan Furrow at the foul line. Minute 40 to go first quarter, 23-5. Scott City with a big lead on the basketball. On a 21-3 run here after it's tied at 2. Now Caston Wren finds Reed Felker right side to Tarango. Good ball movement by Scott City trying to break down this 2-3 zone. Into Felker at the foul line. Up top to Radke. He'll launch another three and too strong. Long rebound tip to Furrow. Hoxie crowd wanted a foul, but they don't get it. And then we play on with a minute 15 to go first quarter. Tarango in the half-court circle goes to his right, guarded by Cooper Moss. Now to Radke, left side to Ethan Furrow. Nice cut, Felker, power dribble. Pump fakes twice. Can't get it to go. And the rebound into the hands of Brody Tremblay for Hoxie. Final minute of this first quarter. Good effort for Felker, just couldn't quite finish it. 23-5 your score. Nice cut here. And pivot. Now deflected out by Scott City. It stops the clock with 52.1. As Brendan Cook enters for the first time, Reed Felker is out. 5 subs in for Scott City so far in this first quarter, and it's Junior Mesa in for Avery Radke. 52.1 on the first quarter clock, 18-point Scott City lead, 23-5. Inbound into the backcourt, and it's going to be Aiden Tarango. He just let it go out of bounds, and he does. That'll be turnover number 7. What? I think they're going to get this changed. I don't think it was touched by anybody. Okay, I think she was just pointing that it was going to inbound into the backcourt, which is right. .45 seconds to work first quarter. Mesa with it up top. Scott City with an 18-point lead. Now left corner to Ethan Furrow. Quick release on the three. Too strong. Rebound. Cook tipped it, but right to Caston Wren, who fumbles it, picks it back up. And now to Furrow, back up top to Mesa. Scott City with 6 offensive boards in this first quarter. They lead it by 18, under 30 to go first quarter. Right side, here's Aiden Tarango, back up top to Mesa. Resets the offense left to Caston Wren. He'll try a 3. That's going to be off to the right. The rebound, Aiden Tarango, but he gets pushed. And that'll be team foul number 4 on Hoxie with 18.5 seconds to go. That foul will be charged to Ty Finner, his first. Another possession for Scott City after Tarango got the rebound. Furrow straight away, turns down the 3, lets the defender go. It's by, and then he rattles halfway in and out of 3. Evan Farber with the board for Hoxie. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5 seconds here first quarter. Hoxie to the deep 3 launched, and that is going to be no good for Amnet. Rebound Hoxie, and it's missed shot by Wade, and that's in your first quarter. All Scott City 23-5. Back in a minute for the second period. This is Beaver basketball.
Trust is built one season at a time. From the first seed in the spring to the long days of summer and the final push of harvest, every acre we manage, every partnership we honor, grounded in one simple promise: do what's right for the land and the people who depend on it. VFF. Many families, one farm.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
308 West 5th Street, Scott City. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8.
23-5 for Scott City after the first quarter here. It'll be Hoxie ball to begin the second. They were led by Davin Wade, who had 3 of their 5 points. Here's Wade, who puts one up too strong, and Aiden Trango picks the second rebound, but we get a tie-up. It'll be Scott City's basketball. Beavers were 8 of 23 from the field in the first quarter. Hoxie was just 2 of 9 from the field. Did not attempt a three-pointer. Beavers hit 4 in that first quarter, 2 by Mason, 2 by Radke. They both have 8 points. Tarango, speaking of threes, will fire one from the right corner, too strong, but Brendan Cook with the rebound and the stick back. Cook, his first basket of the night. It's 25-5, 7:25 to go first half. Scott City with their 8th offensive board, and a pull-up in the paint, no, for Seton Scanlon. Here's Scott City quickly back the other way. Right side with it, here's Wren up top to Furrow, looking to drive in back to Mesa, pull it out. 7:10 to go first half. Hoxie switching up their defense. Nope, they're back sailing their 2-3 short corner right. It goes to Brendan Cook. Finds Trang cutting behind the zone, and he's got the basket. 27-5, first minute of the second quarter. And Scott City on a 9-0 run. They've had runs of 9, 7, and now 9, sandwiched in between some points. It's been a 25-3 run, and a whistle and a travel. Hoxie commits turnover number 8. 4 in, Mickey Gossman, Cooper Irvin, Drew Metzger, and Avery Radke. Mesa, the only one that stays out there. As back to action here, first minute of the second quarter, a 22-point lead for Scott City. Mesa up top right to Cooper Irvin, trying to direct traffic. Back up top to go. Gossman left side out high to Mesa. Trying to break down this defense for Hoxie. Now out high right wing. Here's a 3. Radke, yes. He's got 2, or make that 3 threes in 11. Scott City with 5 in the half, and they have a 30-5 lead with 6:16 to go. First half, and a steal for Mesa. His shot is blocked, but he's fouled. Coach Jake Moss wants a timeout. And they're going to get that foul on Jet Mater, his second. Full timeout on the floor, taken by Hoxie. 6:13 to go, second quarter. It's Scott City 30, Hoxie 5. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Scott Community Foundation.
Junior Mesa with 2 free throws out of the timeout here. The first one crawls off. He's at 84% on the year. Scott City now 3 of 5 at the line. 30-5. We're here on KSKL Scott City here at the top of the hour. 6:13 to go, second quarter. Hoxie's burned a couple of timeouts. Mesa's second. He's got 9. It's 31-5. Radke with 11, Mesa with 9, and Gossman with 5. Felker with 2 for Scott City. Here's a runner off the back iron. A good move for Mater, just couldn't get it. Here's Scott City quickly back the other way with Drew Metzger. Pump fakes. Oh, he almost traveled. They say no. Rebound, he missed the shot. Hoxie back the other way with it. Jensen Armneck, the sophomore, now to Davin Wade. Wade around his left side, and he loses it. Turnover number 10 on Hoxie. Here's Scott City back the other way. Mesa, that one knocked out of bounds, and running into the wall was Jet Mater. Not a lot of room, maybe about 3 feet between the baseline and the wall. This is similar to probably the middle school gym not the competition gym, but the other gym. There's a right corner Mesa three, too strong. Rebound backside to Armnet. 31-5, 5.5 to go first half. Been a dominating first half. Straight away triple buried by Davin Wade. 31-8, 5:20 to go first half. That's their first basket in nearly 6 minutes. Now Metzger drives in, he'll lay it up, and he's got two. 33-8, he got behind the zone. 5:10 to go first half. It's easy to do that at times when you get behind the defense, and Scott City forces their Hoxie's 11th turnover. And Radke just steps up and tees home a three. He has 14, 36-8 with 4:55 to go first half. Hoxie seeing some pressure. The Indians looking to break it. Mesa guarding Tremblay as he takes it in the front court. Does Tremblay, gets a screen out high, goes to his right. Right corner to Jet Mader. Mader looking to feed it in, but can't. Throws it up top to Armnet. Armnet goes right side to Mader. Mader back up top to Davin Wade. Wade surveys, 4.5 to go first half, 36-8, almost an unforced error. We're going to Primer left to Mader. He'll drive the left baseline. Ray versus his layup, and it somehow drops in for his basket. 36-10. 4:19 to go first half. With it is Cooper Irvin. Uses up his dribble. Now finds outlet to Mickey Gossman up top to Junior Mesa. Near the midway mark of the second quarter, it's a 26-point Scott City lead. They've led by as many as 28. Mesa with it as Scott City runs their offense. Now, whistle and a foul right at the 3:58 mark of the first half. The foul on Jet Mader, his third. Two fouls on Hoxie this period. As in for the first time is Chase Culp, the 5'11 sophomore. Out will be Drew Metzger. Lob into Gossman, catches it, right corner, bullet pass to Mesa. Ball fakes a couple times, now will penetrate. Left wing, Culp spots up for a three. Short, rebound, loose, picked up by Irvin. Scott City with another offensive rebound, and Gossman with another basket. He has 7 assists, Cooper Irvin. 38-10, 3:40 to go first half. And a whistle and a foul out high on Scott City. That'll be the first of the period. And Cooper Irvin picks up foul number 1. Hoxie will bring in Evan Farber, the freshman, for Seton Scanlon. Reed Felker in for Mickey Gossman. 28-point Beaver lead. It's been a 15-5 run so far in the first 5.5 minutes of this second quarter. Beavers without Brody Steckline tonight. Up top with it is Davin Wade. Crossover dribble. Scott City in the zone. Left baseline. Here's Jet Mader back up top. Brody Tremblay uses up. He double dribbled, so he has to. Yep, he did officially touch it, and that's the 12th turnover. He realized that when he picked it up and then started to put it back down, hesitated, and then touched it, and that's the turnover. 38-10, 3:19 to go first half. Mesa with it up top, goes left to Cooper Irvin. The Indians have lost 9 in a row. Right corner to Radke, back up top to Mesa, launches a deep three. Almost gets that from Pasco. Rebound, it goes to Hoxie. 3 minutes to go first half. And entry feed, good defense by Felker. He almost forced the turnover. He's bleeding from his lip there. He's going to have to exit as Brendan Cook re-enters. Felker will wipe off the blood off his lip as Brendan Cook re-enters the game. 38-10, 2:51 to go first half. Beavers with a commanding lead. Hoxie with the basketball. Wade just gets it in to avoid the 5 count. Right in front of the Scott City cheerleaders who are pinned about as far back against the wall as they could off that inbounds. And then Culp may have gotten away with a foul there, but they let it play on. 2:40 to work first half. Out high goes to Wade. And now shot up no, reeled in by Cook on the board. 2:28 here in the second quarter, and a whistle and a timeout for Scott City. It's just a 30. And we'll keep it right here. Basketball presented here tonight by Trucking, JNR Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, Amy Farms, High Choice Feeders, Great Western Tire, Deckmart Furniture, Appliance, Good Anesthesia, Pain Management Services, Fro Electric, Fro Ag Service, Fro Heating and Cooling, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, and First National Bank. Been a dominating first half for Scott City, up 38-10. We are down to, what is it here? Well, 30-second timeouts, 2:27 to go, second quarter. It'll be Beaver basketball out of their timeout. Inbound into Mesa. Back up top to Cooper Irvin, right side to Chase Colbank Irvin. They play high. They'll alley hoop to Cook. Oh, he almost hit the three, but here's Radke with it. That was a pass, not a shot. Now Culp will try a three. He'll swish it. Chase Culp with his first varsity three of his sophomore season, 41-10, and of his career, 2 minutes to go first half. And bumbling it, losing it, and another turnover. Three more check in for Scott City. The whole bench is going to play this first half. 14 that have suited up will play this first half. 41-10, approaching a minute 40 to go second quarter. Here's Mesa, crossover dribble, drives in, jump stop, kicks it over the corner to Radke. He'll try a three. No. Rebound, Mesa couldn't get it. It's going to be tracked down by Hoxie. Nice play that time by Mader as he knocked it off of Culp. And here is Chaston Berry, Michael Hermosillo in. And also in there is Aaron Radke. With 97 seconds to go first half. Up top with it here is Jet Mader. Here's a deep three, right wing. Misses badly for Tremblay. And the rebound and a whistle and a foul with 1:23 to go first half. Hoxie's third of the period. They're going to get Evan Farber with his second. All Scott City 41-10. It's a 16-5 second quarter run. Aaron Radke goes to the foul line, left corner to his brother Avery. Not too many times those two will get to play together on the court. Now high for Brennan Cook, and ricochets off underneath the backboard support. And Scott City just their second turnover of the night. Final minute to go first half. Up top right, Davin Wade, guarded by Radke. He's going to be a pretty tough player on varsity the next few years for Hoxie. Jet Mader around a screen. Here's Ty Fenner up top now to Evan Farber. Goes right side around a screen. Here's Tremblay. Loses it. Radke with a steal. He will take this one all the way. Lay up good. He has 16 and a half, 43-10, 40 seconds to go for recess. The Hoxie's 15th turnover. The Indians just get it in. We're down to 30 seconds to go second quarter. In the front court left, Jet Mader and a foul. Michael Hermosillo will find himself in the scorebook. If you can't score, get in the scorebook and foul. Just the second foul of the quarter on Scott City as Ethan Froh returns for Avery Radke. And now Drew Metzger will also return with 30.2 for Brendan Cook. 43-10 Scott City. It's a 20-5 run now in the second quarter. Hoxie on a 4-minute scoring drought, under 30 to go first half. Finner with it. Right corner to Davin Wade, underneath, pushing his way in and banking it is going to be Farber. He has four. 43-12, 18 seconds to go first half. Aaron Radke with it goes left to Ethan Froh. Froh with looking to drive in, but he can't. Now to Berry. 8 seconds, so he dribbles off his foot, but right to Hermosillo. He'll weave his way in forward. Nice thread through there, but throws it away. Hoxie with a steal, and they will not get a half-court shot up, and that's your first half. 43-12, Scott City takes a commanding lead in the locker room over the Hoxie Indians. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with your first half. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
I am here with Lindley and Odessa to find out about Plain Jan's promotional items.
Hey, Adam. My sister and I can't wait.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in Western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
All Scott City activities.
It's a dominant first half for the Beaver boys, 43-12 over the Hoxie Indians here at the break. Welcome back into your halftime show. Adam Kadavy with you, Brendan Childers, your studio engineer, and also on the Beaver Broadcasting Network. It was tied at 2 early in the ball game, but Scott City went on a 21-3 run to close out 21-3 run to close out the first quarter. Led 23-5 at first. Now scored Hoxie 20-7, the second to have a 43-12 halftime lead. Avery Radke was 16 to lead the Beavers, 9 for Junior Mesa, 7 for Mickey Gossman. All 14 Beavers checked in the first half. That suited up. Let's see, after that, 3 for Chase Culp, his first varsity 3 of his young career. Drew Metzger, Reed Felker, and Brendan Cook, and Aiden Trango, each with a 2-point basket for Scott City. They had just 3 turnovers. They had 7 steals, 5 defensive rebounds, 9 offensive boards in the first half, 14 rebounds for Hoxie, 6 for Davin Wade, 4 for Evan Farber, and 2 for Jet Mader, as they had 14 turnovers in the first half, 7 fouls and 3 steals, and 9 total rebounds. All domination by Scott City, here at the break, 43-12. Let's take another 3-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
Nextech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed, bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine.
Hoxie High School, Scott City leading 43-12. First half, some other first half stats. Scott City shot 15 of 37 in the first half. That's just a little south of 40%. And in fact, that was at 41%. Actually, it is 41%, excuse me. 7 of 19 on threes, 8 of 18 on twos, and 4 of 6 for line for Hoxie. 5 of 17. That's 29%. 1 of 3 on threes, 4 of 14 on twos, and 1 of 2 at the line. Scott City didn't have anybody in foul trouble. 3 for Jet Mater and officially 2 for Evan Farber. The Beavers will be back home tomorrow night taking on the Larned Indians. Hoxie will take on the Trigger Golden Eagles here. Then we'll head to Plainville for Friday the 13th. Scott City will get Friday off. They will be back in action next Tuesday. They'll be over 32 miles to the west here at the Colby Event Center taking on the Eagles. By the way, Colby tonight is taking on TMP Marion. The Colby girls lost a heartbreaker by 1. Their boys are currently in action. They are taking on TMP there in Hayes. They're kind of been on a tough stretch as of late to have the Colby Eagle boys. But coming into tonight, Scott City was tied for 8th with Phillipsburg in the 3A Larned standings at 8-8 on the year. And there's really not a whole lot of margin for error. Lakin has it 9-7. That's and then you go to this 11th place Norton at 7-8, and Lions at 8-10, right behind him. So that tells you how clogged up it is. Larned at 6-12. They're sitting in the 13th spot. Holcomb and Beloit have kind of separated themselves a little bit. Holcomb at 15-3, Beloit at 13-3, but it's a log jam between 3 and 12 really right now. It is pretty unusual, but percentages, win percentages factor in some odd records in there. But Scott City with a win tonight would move into that 8 spots, and top 8 get to host this first round sub-state. By the way, TMP leading Colby at the break. They're 9-9 on the year coming into tonight. TMP leading Colby at the break there. I think it was an 11-point game. Scott City will be at Colby next week. But a brutal stretch for Colby with 4 games in 5 days. They'll wrap up that run tomorrow at home against Goodland. Goodland at 9-10 on the year coming into tonight. It'll be Hoxie basketball to begin the third quarter. I think we're going to have maybe running clock the entire second half here. Hoxie's ball with Brody Trimley, Jet Mater, Seaton Scanlon, Davin Wade, and Ty Fenner for Scott City. They're starting 5 with Radke, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin, Junior Mesa, and Mickey Gossman. That's Avery Radke, by the way. Jim has kind of cleared out a little bit here. 7:45 to go third quarter. Brody Trimley with it. First time in about 17 years I've been in this gym. I've aged a little bit, lost a little bit of hair follicles, and a reverse layup in Hoxie with the first points of the third quarter since the last time I've been in here. Trimley with his first basket, 43-14. 7:30 to go third quarter. Mesa steps back, fires up a 3. No. Rebound Hoxie, Davin Wade, his second rebound of the night. So Mesa is stuck at 9 points. Hoxie pushes it with Davin Wade, and he travels. 15th Indian turnover. And it is going to be a running clock second half with it being a 30-point game, just to keep game going. And both these teams have games tomorrow night. With it, Radke, they play a weave out high, Irvin. Backdoor cut, Metzger catches it. Got a shot blocked, and the rebound, Ty Fenner. 6:45 in the third quarter, right side to Tremblay, looking for a cutter. One dribble and finds it inside the foul line to Scanlon. He rattles it home, and Hoxie, but they have the last 6 of the ball game. It's 43-16, 6:33 to go third quarter. And Gossman catches it, goes to his left, splits the defender's got his shot blocked as he hits the deck, and the rebound to Fenner. Underneath, right down the middle, layup is good for Scanlon. It's 43-18. 6:13 to go third quarter. Metzger up top to Gossman, goes left with the pass. So Hoxie has scored the last 8 points of the ball game, 6 in this period. Entry feeding to Gossman, power dribble back his way and spin from point blank, and he's got 9. 45-18, 5:58 to go third quarter. So that'll get us out of here a little earlier tonight as well. With it, Davin Wade goes right side, baseline to Tremblay up top to Ty Fenner. A three is short. Rebound off to the left there. It's Junior Mesa. He had 9 assists, 9 points, or 9 rebounds and 16 points against Ulysses on Friday. 5.5 to go third period. Gossman with it. Surveys. Now finds Mesa. He'll try a three, and he'll be too strong on it. But Mickey Gossman with the rebound. Back up top. Mesa this time. Third time the charm it is. Assist Gossman. And it's now 48-18. 5:13 to go third quarter. And Scott City back up by 30. They've scored the last 5. They hit their 8th three of the night. Larned in town tomorrow night. Not a bad team. Fenner. They playing a pretty tough league as well. Brody Tremblay, right elbow. Scanlon, now they work it back out to Mader. Mader will drive in his runner. Line drives it, spins off, and the Irvin rebound. 4:45 to go third period. Scott City with Avery Radke in the left corner. Shot is blocked, got his own rebound. He'll drive in. Mason in the right corner launches a three. Too strong. Missed time to jump, but the rebound, here's Wade. And here comes Scott City back the other way, or Hoxie back the other way. Ball knocked out with the 4:31 mark of the third quarter. Brendan Cook in for Mickey Gossman. .420 running clock, third quarter. 48-18 your score. With it, Davin Wade now right side over to Ty Fenner. Now back up top to Brody Tremblay. Back to Wade, or correction, that's Fenner. Halfway mark, third quarter up top here to Jet Mader. Left side, it'll go over to Brody Tremblay. Now backing his way in his way. Turnaround shot off to left, and Cook will just wrestle it away from his teammate, Cooper Irvin. He wants to pad his defensive rebound stats and a double dribble on Irvin. That'll be just the 4th Scott City turnover tonight. Comes with 3:43 here in the third. 48-18, excuse me, your score. Scott City up by 30. Ball deflected by Irvin and out of bounds. Continuous clock. As I mentioned, a pretty good matchup tomorrow night with Larned. And then it's a brutal week to close out the season for Scott City. Backdoor cut intercepted that time by, as Tremblay loses his footing and turnover there and stumbles down the sideline. 3 minutes here in this third. 30-point Scott City lead, 48-18. It's actually been a 6-5 run in this quarter for Hoxie. Mesa will lob an alley hoop for Cook, catches it. Power dribble, gets it blocked, but he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. That foul will be charged to Seton Scanlon as first. And Cook, Scott City trying to work on an alley hoop there a couple times here tonight for Cook. He's got that jumping ability there to kind of get over the rim. Cook with 2 free throws. He has 3 of 6 to the line this year. Scott City 4 of 6 tonight, now 5 of 7, 49-18. Armneck in to replace Tremblay with 2:19 to go third quarter. And a new 3 to check in if Cook hits this second one. And he now is north of 50% as Scott City hits the 50-point mark. Wren, Tarango, and Fro in for Scott City. Irvin, Mesa, and Radke probably done for the night here with a minute 55 and a running clock, third quarter. 50-18 your score. It'll be Wade to take it across. Bounces it right elbow to Scanlon. Now right wing. Fenner back up top to Armneck. Right side to Davin Wade. Wade with it. All right, baseline to Armneck. Guarded by Wren in the corner. Minute 30 to go third quarter up top. Now to Scanlon. Guarded by Brendan Cook out high. Drives his right, loses the ball. Picks it back up to Scanlon. Needs help and a whistle and a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout for Coach Jake Moss and Hoxie. He's down to 2 left And that stops the clock with 1:19 to go, third period. Basketball presented here tonight by Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Human Bird Benz, Elevate U, LLC, Decal Bear, Clint's Diesel Repair, Circle C Farms, Shells, Flyers, and more, Burning Farms, Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Beaver Creek Beaters, Bartlett Grain, B&H Paving, and American Implement. Lady Beavers fell earlier tonight, 55-38. The game was probably played much closer than the final indicated. But it'll be Larned coming to town tomorrow night. The Lady Indians of Larned did not have to play tonight. They won 51-48 over Heston on Friday. They're 13-5 on the year. Some pretty salty records on the girls' side. Out of the Hoxie 30-second timeout with 79 third quarter seconds left. It's their ball. Fennered in, bounded in. Gets it into Davin Way, and he loses it, and a turnover. That's a frustrating thing for a coach to get a turnover right out of the timeout immediately. Final minute of this third. Lob into Cook, catches it, goes to his right. Now out high, Chase Culp turns down the three. Now to Tarango. He'll bury a three out high left wing. His 9th three of the year, 53-18. A 10-0 Scott City run, 48 seconds to go. Third stanza. Davin Wade with it, guarded by Tarango out high. Good defense by Tarango. Uses up his dribble, almost stolen away. Now with it, here's Jet Mater driving in, left wing. Here's Armneck for three. Short rebound right to hands of Ethan Froh, his third rebound of the night, and a whistle and a foul on Hoxie, their second of the quarter. 28 seconds. That foul is on Ty Finner, his second. They bring back in Nathan Hafner. And Evan Farber do on the Indians. 53-18, final 10 seconds of this third period. Up top, it's Colt. He'll drive in, but he's going to be called for carrying it. Scott City turnover number 5 tonight. And that'll close out the third quarter as time winds out. 53-18, Beavers after 3. Back in a minute for the fourth quarter of play. This is Scott City basketball.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Binns and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
There's some reason we're all here. To create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
Quarter to begin, continuous clock, 53-18. Scott City up by 35. They'll get to 9-8 on the air. Hoxie will drop to 3-15. Tarango up top. He'll drive down middle. Now to Wren, high to Furrow. He'll launch a three and bury it. Ethan Furrow with his 7th triple of the year. He's on the board, 56-18, 20 seconds into the fourth quarter. Now driving in, strong move. Shot blocked and a late whistle and a foul. With 7:29 to go. That'll be on Brendan Cook. He'll get his first. 2 free throws coming up for Davin Wade. Hoxie 1 of 2 at the line, and Wade has attempted those. He leads them with 6. Scott City led tonight by Radke's 16. Free throw good. And 12 for Junior Mesa, 56-18. Final or opening seconds of this fourth quarter. Scott City bringing in some more subs. Aaron Radke, Chaston Berry, Michael Hermosillo in. Now for your Scott City, you got to get Hermosillo the basket. He hasn't had a varsity point yet. Wade next and both down. He has 8, 56-19. Or make that 56-20. Hoxie had scored the first 6 points of the third quarter, then the Beavers ended up with the next 13 points of the ball game. 6:35 to go. Berry up top goes to Aaron Radke, the freshman. Back he goes to Caston Wren. Looks, now will penetrate. Take it in, now to Berry. He'll try right corner three. Splash! Chaston Berry, his 2nd three on varsity this year, 59-20, 6:20 to go. Scott City has led this series 15-6. They've played actually 22 games. I'm missing one, but what I've got 15-6, but it's game number 23 of this series officially. 6 minutes to go underneath. Here's Davin Wade, puts it up, can't get it, but he's got 2 free throws. He's looking for double figures. 59-20. Low mark was against Oakley earlier this year. Free throw on the way is good. 59-21. He has 9, does Davin Wade. 5:40 to go. Hoxie does have some young kids, but I think they've got some bright spots coming up here as well. Just have to ride the storm. 59-22. Of course, you remember 5 years ago they had a kid by the name of Harlan Obioa. He was, of course, playing at West Virginia this year. That pass cross court hits the backboard and it's a turnover. But he's playing for West Virginia this year. Now stolen by Hermosillo, but throws it to the wrong player. The team's trade turnovers there. 5 minutes to go. With the dot high, Hafner up top to Evan Farber. Left side to Davin Wade. Wade will drive in to the right elbow cutoff, and now Armneck will try a 3. Rims off. And that time Culp with the rebound. He just ran out of real estate after he got the rebound. And that'll inflate the turnovers, now up to 8 for Scott City as Hoxie will bring in Seton Scanlon and also Brody Tremblay. So the main cast for Scott City got their work done early and at the rest here for tomorrow night's game. Inbound in, catching it, stuffed by Radke, but right to Farber. He has 6, 59-24, 4:24 to go. Up top, Culp now to Chaston Berry to Casterin. He'll penetrate, flip it behind him to Culp. Left side, here's Berry. Out high to Radke. He'll try a 3. The arching shot, no, and that went off a Hoxie Indian. It'll stay with Scott City with 4:03 to go. Coach Brian Gentry gets to coach these kids a little bit more than he normally is. Of course, mainly just JV, but there, he doesn't see him. He watches them JV, coaches them a little bit there, but mainly some more coaching from Coach Gentry for these kids. Ran to the left corner 3, short, rebound to Wade. Almost stolen away. 3.5 to go. Now with it driving in, here's Farber. Stripped out of there by Berry, and it's stolen, and Hoxie with their 19th turnover. Culp to put it on the floor. He may take this one all the way. He does, and he'll lay it up and score it. Culp with 5. 61-24, 3:20 to go. Beavers with back-to-back 60-point performances Friday night and tonight. Armneck now up top, losing it is going to be Scanlon, but saves it, tips it over to Tremblay. 3 minutes to go. Up top, Farber, right side, turning down the 3. Armneck needs help to avoid a 5 count. Good defense by Radke, the freshman. Up top now to Davin Wade. 2:50 remaining, 61-24. Driving in, here's Wade, cut off, pivots, and they're going to get a blocking foul and 1 for Wade. 61-26 with 2:38 to go. And that foul is on Chaston Berry, his first. Scott City's 3rd of the quarter with 2.5 to go. Is back in will be Ty Fenner. He replaces Armneck. And Wade, who's at the line, he is, let's see, 4 of 6. And now 5 of 7. He has all but a couple of points in the fourth quarter. 61-27, 2:13 to go. Hermosillo up top, trying to run the point here for the Beavers. Caston Wren to Aaron Radke. Hands it off to Culp. Now to Radke. The southpaw for 3. Yes. 64-27, 1:56 to go. The Beavers zack up by 37. Ty Fenner now goes to Seton Scanlon. Back to Scanlon. Back up top now to Farber. Minute 40 to go, left side to Davin Wade. Wade with it. Nice give and go here to Farber, who will put it up too strong. Rebound Hoxie. And gets stripped going up, and 2 free throws coming up here for Ty Fenner. He's looking for his first points of the night. Second foul on Chaston Berry. Minute 18 to go in this one. 2 free throws for the sophomore. First on the way is no good. Didn't want to go down. In is Aiden Tarango. He'll replace Caston Wren. Final minute of this one. Young man just ran right in front of the scores table and left his popcorn there, and he's now snacking on it. Left that one short. Rebound, Aaron Radke, his first rebound of the night. 45 seconds to go. Radke for another 3. That's Aaron. Misses it wide left and into the hands of Wade. Over left to Ty Fenner in the front court. He may take this one all the way, and he will. Blocked by Radke, but they get him with the foul. And that'll probably wind this clock down. The foul on Radke, his first. 5 fouls in the period on Scott City. So 2 free throws for Fenner back to the line. That first one, it drops in. Makes it 64-28. 10 seconds to go. They'll probably hold it pretty soon here. If this one is off to the right. Rebound Barry. He'll just hold it after his first rebound and dribble this one out. And that's all she wrote from Hoxie. The Beavers dominant in this one. They were the heavy favorites, and they proved so tonight. 64-28. Post-game coverage to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
Is it time?
On the plains of western Kansas, where the sunsets gleam, stands our home, Scott High forever. Students, friends, and teams, hail to you, our alma mater, Beaver strong and true. Win or lose, we stand